Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap, tap.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do.
Michael Sean wears
Tight shirts. Every day. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when the summer comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
What? Did I take it too far? What?
Yes.
Whatever. Tight shirts in the morning at work and when I creep. I even wear tight pajama tops when I sleep. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Every day.
Mike Sean wears
Tight shirts. To the gym or wherever.
tight shirts.
Tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, Michael Sean and We the Worst Records, Pluto, Aristotle, and P. Skills have just destroyed or created another perfectly horrible song. Yeah. Check out the next single, Grown Man Wearing Skinny Jeans.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap, tap, tap.
Tap, 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 in.
Yeah.
All right, people, it's Friday. It's Friday.
They're like, where Mike?
Where's Mike? It's always where's Mike. What am I
Comments
doing,
already
man?
coming in. I see comments coming.
Oh yeah, let me push people comments up. I think I put that in the thing. It's Friday, 9/12. Now what? Where's Mike? So we got a lot of clips to play. A lot of Doc. You're gonna get a lot of Doc today. Mike had a last minute engagement.
Well, we should see what the people say, because it might be conspiracy theory. They might start guessing. You should let the people guess.
Say that YouTube did reach out.
Yeah, y'all tell us where Mike is at
about
today.
Yesterday's show. YouTube did reach out and say that they had some concerns with yesterday's show. I guess we didn't. We wasn't in compliance.
Guidelines. Community guidelines?
Yes, with the whole harassment thing. I guess because we talked about Charlie too much. But good morning, Ash. So y'all can get a lot of Doc today. Y'all going to get a lot of I sent the link out for those.
A lot of each other. Yeah, somebody can jump on here. That's the whole beauty of the show.
Let's show some love. We're a family. Y'all know how I get when Mike ain't here. He try to dip out, but since Doc is here, I figured I'd go. All right, let's get the shout outs out of the way and see how our days was yesterday. What up the Trendsetter real quick? What up, Trendsetter? Good morning, sir.
What's going on, man? What y'all doing, man?
Hey, tapped in. Hey, tap in.
I appreciate you tapping in, just saying what up.
You know what I'm saying? Man, so what's going on with that shooter, man?
I know we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Hold tight. I'm gonna put you back down for a little bit. I appreciate you clicking in though. See, look at that. The community coming through.
Yeah, it might have a whole Brady bunch on here before it's over.
Oh, that's hilarious. All right. Good morning, cousin Ash Bash. Miss Parker's up. Happy Friday. That was me putting the link up mad early. Ashley Newman. Good morning, Ashley. KT. Happy Friday, TOL family. Yo, what up, Trendsetter? He just popped on. Dallas, Texas in the building. DMV. Afro Queen, what up? DC, Maryland, Virginia. Who else? Did I miss anybody? Let me keep going. They just like saying hi to each other. I like that. I was about to say Ashabu.
That's a real name. He's about to as a government on an ID.
No, because Mike called her Ashabu.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. She pulled her ID and just say, hello, Miss Boo.
Why you dropped the link so early? Oh, you know why? Because I'm by myself, Ash. That's why I dropped the link so early. So I need you to get ready to click on.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
There it is. Tawana. Good morning, Tawana Coleman. Shelly's present. Who else? Cousin Ash saying what up? She's saying
before they even get me, let me get my belt, my seatbelt.
Oh yeah, Cypher hit me up yesterday. He said, although I'm mad at Doc and I ain't watching the show, tell him put a seatbelt on. So he did. So Cypher, I guess he was low key. He popped in and
But
watched
that's
the
funny
replay.
because I'm up here talking about we love Coco. That's supposed to. I be telling people, man, people just be talking, and half the time when there is an event in the city, like a fight or a shooting, if the people just talk, it'd be all right, man. It's never really that deep. I tell people all the
So
time.
you say have conversations, just speak it out. But when people say
Yeah.
something stupid and crazy,
No, it get hot because there's moments it get hot, but usually through the course of communicating, like y'all can get to a place where it's like, okay, I don't want to
it's
go
hot
outside.
and you say something disrespectful, and then that's the thing. Now is what you want to do. See, now everybody husky and things escalate. So it's one thing to, I don't know about that part. But good morning,
It's the way
Rashida.
you can't
Ms. Clark.
go face to face too early.
Oh, you cutting in and out, Doc. This is the day you can't handle internet issues. This would be the shortest show.
How about now?
Oh, you good. You back good again. Miss Clark, good morning. Mike got snatched up by playing that video. Something going on. YouTube reached out, y'all. They did. They damn sure did. It's Fearless Friday. Yes, you're gonna get a bunch.
They say, are you Michael Sean of Michael Sean and Takeover Legends? He said, excuse me, sir. Come with us.
Yeah, we need to talk to you. Yeah.
Nah.
He Puerto Rican too? You know, that's they got Ice one holler at you.
Oh man, well, free Michael Sean, them t-shirts popping. Welcome Inspired.
Ice scooped up Mike. Mike is being interrogated at Ice. He's saying too many things. All right, her name is Ashabu now. Yeah, that's
100,000 on that GoFundMe.
JB and that. All right, we're gonna get some clips going. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. People want to check in. Cypher, bring your ass back and stop. That's what family do. That's exactly how you're supposed to talk to a family member that's a little stubborn right now.
You be grumpy for a little while.
I ain't watching the show, but tell Doc to put a seatbelt on. I was like, okay, all right. It's all good.
Yo, we disagreed about how the police treat people. We ain't even talking about each other. We don't even know each other. Like that's how crazy it gets.
Good morning, Stacy. I think it's her wedding anniversary today or this weekend coming up, Stacy. If so, happy anniversary.
I'm about to say, it was from birthdays to anniversaries.
Mm-hmm. Black love is important. I know, Doc, you're a little traumatized, but Black love is still a thing. It's still a thing.
No, but I always say I'm looking to get married. You know, so I ain't traumatized that much because most people traumatized. They last thing they want to do is get married and have some more kids and nothing like that. So I got my triggers, but no, I through all of it, I still would love to settle down, get married, maybe even have another kid or two, depending on the person.
All right, let me get this.
Just gotta do some healing first.
Thank you. Yep, 10 years. 10 years today. Yep. See, Stacy. I check your page out. Stacy got good energy, so I try to keep up with Stacy. Mike, what is it hanging there? 8:15. Oh, Mike might pop on. Mike might go. All right, so cool. That's cool.
Okay,
right,
he can tell us what happened. He
can let us know how the interrogation went. So Mike Sean got pulled over by ICE, y'all. They want to check his papers. You don't want to miss the stuff.
Allegedly. We want ICE call it next. Y'all lying on us.
But speaking of lying, so did you see the dude got fired from MSNBC? And then I wanted to play this clip because I thought it was crazy that he got fired.
Oh yeah, no, please play that.
Don't give up hope on marriage. Exactly. Heal first. They still say you got trauma. With the
heal. Oh no, I'm still healing. I'm on my healing journey. Yeah.
Don't give up on Black love. Happy anniversary to Stacy Mitchell and Auntie outside. Yo, I thought she was about to say give her a cash app for her anniversary. I'm about to say, are you bugging? She said thanks for the cash. I did. I sent her a little something. Just a little appreciation, a little jokey joke appreciation. All right. So here's the clip. So the bull MSNBC, he talked about, I guess Charlie Clerk is like a trigger, a trigger word. Kirk. I keep saying Clerk. Charlie, the bull Charlie. He I guess he's a trigger for a lot of YTs. And so the bull on the news said this.
What was just said, he's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups. And I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful actions. But
So the bull said that. And they fired him.
Wait, that was it? Yeah.
That matter of fact, just in case you missed it, he got fired for
Following
this.
up what was just said, he's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups. And I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful actions. But
that's what he said. Fired.
This goes back to that whole notion of, if you was my enemy when you was alive, then keep that same energy. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people, the second somebody dies, they want to change the narrative about who they were. Like, he was Charlie Kirk. He said, don't have empathy. He said, like I said yesterday when I was yelling, black women don't have the brain processing ability, blah, blah, blah. And that's why they steal jobs or take jobs from white people. Like, he said all this. He said, don't have empathy. He said, empathy is dangerous, and he's against empathy. So why should we empathize for him? But no, that's crazy that somebody would get fired just for speaking the obvious truth. He was definitely divisive. He wasn't just a right winger, Jay. He was a far right. So he was extreme. He's by definition, he's extreme. He said things like Martin Luther King is a bad guy and that we shouldn't deify him. He shouldn't have godlike status and a holiday. He said he's going to work on Juneteenth because he didn't respect that holiday. So you spit on the face of the ancestors and all our heroes throughout the years. You call our women ignorant, and like you literally said your last dying words was trying to blame black people for violence in defense of the Second Amendment, talking about gang violence, and then before that he was going against trans people. Like, you are divisive.
So it's telling the truth, I guess, because I guess it's hurtful to so many people. Is that why he got fired? Like, what would MSNBC say is the reason why? Oh, because you offended a large population of people that's grieving right now, and you're wrong for saying the truth. Like, I don't get how would they word that?
Well, one word that you missed in that description was white, because they never had a problem offending us. Nobody ever got fired offending us. Literally, the KKK and neo-Nazis are still doing marches in major cities all across the United States. Elon Musk did a Nazi salute and didn't lose his job. So it's not offending people, it's offending white people. That's why they're trying to take all them books out of the schools, talking about we don't want our kids to be uncomfortable learning the truth. So in Trump's America, the needle's been pushed even further to the other side, where we can't even be inconvenienced by the current truth, not let alone the historical truth. The historical truth has always been a problem. Whether it's slavery and all that, they don't want to tell the truth about any of that stuff. But nowadays, like, you can't even tell the truth about what's going on now that you live in, seeing and feeling for yourself. So now we can't even say Charlie Kirk is divisive. On top of that, we got to call slaves immigrants and say they didn't have it so bad. So they playing in our face, basically.
Lady Q said he was idolized because he spoke what other bigots didn't have the balls to say out loud. So
yep, and he said that too. He would say a lot of people won't say this. When he said the Second Amendment thing about a lot of people got to die, there's going to be a lot of gun deaths in order to protect our Second Amendment. He said a lot of people won't say this. That's what he said before that. So he knows. That's why he's doing college tours, doing hate tours, taking that hate on the road. I'm on a healing journey. He on a hate journey. Oh, my bad. He was.
Happy early anniversary to Rashida to 12 years marriage. That's dope. 12 years.
That is dope.
They showing you that black love exists. That's what they're trying to show you.
Yeah, that's our best weapon. That black love is revolutionary.
Facts. Hello, Miss Barksdale. Oh wait, that's your mom, Lady Q. Yeah, correction, Miss Deborah. Yes, that's Lady Q's mom.
But they really feel some type of way about Charlie. They try to slide for Charlie, huh?
Dog, you can't say his name in vain. Everything has to be positive. You cannot. If you don't have empathy or sympathy, or say that's a shame, you can't say either nothing at all, or actually they want you to say it's a shame as a father, he was a husband. They want you to say all that. And I saw Amanda Seales, she had put out, hey, I can't have sympathy for someone I never connected with, someone that was against me. Why would I connect with them to even care? I was like, good point.
She's the kind of person you need in this moment. The person who says things that people don't like all the time. Amanda Seales is the perfect person to say just what needs to be said, because she don't mind them, hating on her. But weren't they the same people who were doing a George Floyd knee on the neck challenge after George Floyd died? Weren't there a lot of white kids kneeling on each other's necks and playing games and joking online after we were still like in the streets rioting and crying and rebelling against the system? Like, they thought it was funny.
Rashida said they tried to put him in the same category as Kennedy. It's crazy. He hasn't done anything and getting all this attention. They want to put a statue up like MLK. They want to do the monument of Charlie. Did you see that? They signed a petition to try to get a monument. You know, Trump giving them the highest award, and they make this boy. He's the martyr. He was that dude, I guess. Like, I don't get it. But this is what they want to do.
If they put a statue up of Charlie Kirk, there's going to be so many complaints of people driving up at night trying to get their hamburgers because it looks like Bob's Big Boy with that haircut, like a little kid that swoop. People going to think that they're going to get their burgers, and they're going to say, no, that's Charlie Kirk. I said, oh, I thought that was Bob's Big Boy, man. Don't be lighting that thing up like that. So is Kirk the new N-word? That's what I need to know. Like, is that the thing? We can't say it? Like, only they can talk about it? We can't. We're going to be like the K-word?
Well, freedom. It's supposed to be freedom of speech. I saw this at a visual. I'm gonna play this clip real quick, Retosh. If you tell the truth that goes against the grain, and you would be in trouble.
There's consequences.
But that only applies if you're black. Whites can tell the truth. Yeah, because they can say what they want to say.
Yeah,
but
they
no
can
one
lie.
lied. The dude didn't lie. Google it. Allegedly, Matt Dowell is on air. Hateful thoughts led to hateful words, which then led to hateful actions. Suggest that Kirk's hate leads to death. So he was suggesting that his words led to his own death, and that's what I guess that's what they're trying to say.
Like Malcolm,
the reason why they fired him.
Chickens coming home to roost. Malcolm said the same thing, got in trouble. So we know the precedent. You can't tell the truth about when white people die. You know, by their own mouth, by their own doing. It comes back to haunt them. You can't say it.
Here go Lady Q and her conspiracy. They are 100% playing in our face. This was an inside job so they can have the majority and justify the attacks that they're plotting against black people, even though black folks are minding their own business. So she's saying there's a bigger thing going on.
They did say that he seemed to be changing his stance on Israel, and that just 2 days ago, he said he's in favor of releasing the full Epstein list. When it first happened, he was told to stand down, and it seemed like he did. He was playing the game. But they said just 2 days ago, he said he's endorsing the full release of the full list, like the Kennedy files, like everything. And yeah, I mean, he wasn't on code the way he was supposed to be for the last few days. Maybe.
Tosh, when Nick Cannon and Kanye, you remember they talked about Jews? Yeah, they needed to be canceled.
They did the same thing.
He's a hero.
You got a better chance of being a white person lying. You could become the president being a white person lying, but you be a black person telling the truth, you could lose everything. A white man that lies could become president. A black man that tells the truth usually gets killed or fired. And this time they called a white man in the mix.
And are we awarding him? What the fuck? Yeah, they giving them the Trump said he giving them the medal. The highest thing a civilian can get.
The Medal of Freedom or something?
Is whatever the highest one that the president can give a civilian. He's getting it to him.
Now, hopefully not the Nobel Peace Prize with all that division, but
no, it ain't the Nobel. It was one of them other ones. But the statue, I was like, damn, he wanted like a Martin Luther King Jr. statue. I said, damn, he was that king, like he was that dude for them. I have never heard of him. I didn't know who Charlie was either, Miss Clark. I just knew it was a bunch of white people out here against us black folks. So I knew he was one of them. I heard the name before, but I didn't know nothing about him, that he was doing these tours and hitting up colleges. He had all the young votes. The boy was only 31 years old. So he was a young
He definitely
dude.
had the young people.
He had the young YTs. But yeah, I never heard of him either. But apparently we all hear him now because it's on every news cycle it is. Good morning, LaShawn. All right, ain't no way the president should have announced the death. Yeah, I thought that was weird that Trump announced his death before his family even all made it to the hospital.
Well, they said the prime minister of Israel posted it first.
And then flying the flags at half mast. Hey, I don't know. I don't know.
And that's suspicious that Israel knew what happened before Trump was able to know that he died, but that's a different story.
So he can speak negatively and hatefully of other racism, and we can't. Yeah,
it is crazy though. He spent his whole life talking in a way that we can't talk about him now. The way he talked his whole adult life, we can't talk. We got less rights alive than Charlie got dead.
The whites are working overtime to erase his words. Oh, are they trying to clean up the internet? So all his
that's a wrap. That's a wrap.
They can get all that stuff taken down, just like they took us down YouTube yesterday, and they got Mike hammed up.
I'm saying people be downloading stuff and screen recording nowadays. You know, people know better.
Oh, Tosh agreed with Lady Q. He was sacrificed. They know what they're saying is facts, but they want to act like it's fair on both sides. I'm with Lady Q. It's bigger than we know. This thing is bigger than Nino Brown.
It's definitely. It's never the official story.
And they still going with the guy with the code signs, and they saying that was the same guy that was in the Trump alleged fake assassination attempt to do security dude with Trump is the same one that was doing the signs, and people pulling out all type of videos and stuff. I think it's a congressional medal. That's what he getting, Doc. I think it's that, KT. Thanks, KT. Here we go. Ash Bash. Click that link, Ash Bash. Oh, definitely. He got it. Yeah, you gotta fix that. Oh, damn, definitely an inside job. So Mike is gonna be popping on, y'all. So hang in there. I don't know about the inside job, but I don't believe everything that I see at the same time. I don't know if they're going to sacrifice this guy. They didn't want to put a statue up. Yeah, Doc, you got work to that. All right. I'm gonna play this other clip while we're waiting for Doc to pop back in. Imagine us walking into our son's back to school night, and his homeroom teacher introduced himself as child. Yes, my son. We had a back to school night. Oh, we didn't even do our Doc. We didn't even do our how was I yesterday? If I played this fighting clip. We had back to school night yesterday.
Oh yeah, I got it fixed. The sound is upgraded.
Good. We back to school night came to school, and the teacher name is freaking I don't know why I keep saying clerk. Charlie the clerk, how you say his last name? Kirk. And I was
K-I-R-K.
Like, same exact name. Same name. So I know he getting a lot of it. And I pressed his social studies teacher too. They talked about what they're going to be covering, and I saw is all this stuff of the history, and I asked it. I said, I don't see any Black history noted. Is there any Black history being taught? And keep in mind, I'm in a 3% Black person area.
Hey.
Why she starts stuttering?
What history of America are you really teaching? There was a time when we were outnumbering people on plantations, and we were like 40% of the people in the college. Like, how do you tell this story without mentioning our experience? And we were the ones doing the majority of the work. They were sitting on the porch and writing papers and discussing stuff. We were the ones doing the 99% of the work. But you ain't gonna tell our story, but you gonna talk about America? That's crazy. And they do it though. They go Davy Crockett after Christopher Columbus, then they go to the Alamo, then they jump to the Civil War, World War I, and all they talk about is fighting. You notice that? Everything's bookmarked according to military engagement in America. It's the Revolutionary War, it's the Civil War, it's the World War I, it's World War II, it's the Vietnam War, like the Iraq War. All they talk about is fighting. Because I think it was Professor James Smalls who said, Rome is not a civilization. Greece is not a civilization. He said Rome never had a day in its existence that it wasn't at war. Now they got all these romantic shows, Gladiator, 300, Spartans. They was always fighting. The history of Europe, the same way. The Vandals, the Visigoths, they were fighting, and killing. Then they went around the world and brought it to everybody else. It wasn't like Egypt or nothing where they peace. No.
She said, Jay, bring your son over the bridge over in Jersey. She teaches Black history 180 days of the school year because she's an educator. But I was like, it's really on the parents to teach the Black history. We can't leave it up to
you got to supplement it.
Anyway. But yeah, I did press them, and she stuttered. She gave me the book. She told me I could take she gave me the whole lesson plan book and told me I can look through it. That's all the history that they teach. So as I'm going to the other class, I'm looking through, I'm like, okay, it's watered down, but at least I see something that potentially, they're going to get to. And she came back and she said to me, she didn't know what the other parents was going to say. So she got flustered. She admitted she got flustered because the people are crazy. And she's saying she's an ally, but them other parents may not be, and that can cause some problems. In my mind, you're scared to teach because the other parents may make it still was weird. But I felt her energy of like, no, I'm with you, but these other that was the vibe she was on.
And it's a new day. It's Trump's America right now. It's different.
And the experts working hard to make us believe it wasn't a highly trained sniper. He wasn't highly trained, did you see him climbing off the roof like Asha said? He slid down the side of the roof. He went running down the street and limping.
Well, now they're saying it's a college. Now they're saying it's a college age boy though. That college age boy was not. I thought he looked more like 30, but they were saying he blended in well, so he blended in with college age people.
But then they were saying they found some gun in the woods. Dude wasn't walking around with no gun.
They said he left the rifle there or something. They found the rifle. So all I know,
No,
they said 100,000.
but they said that but they said that wasn't confirmed. That wasn't confirmed. They said by the ATF.
That they got the rifle.
They said they reported it. Yeah, they said the rifle had the transgender words on it and all this. I was like, this sounds a little too neat. I'm trying to clean it all up. So he got away with everything. He got his tactical gear off. Even with Trump. Remember there was all them shots that rang off. This guy just took one shot and knew he killed him, and then was still laying down on the roof and somehow got rid of all his tactical gear and they didn't find any of it. But his gun, he left his gun in the woods. It don't make sense. That gun part was real suspicious. I'm gonna start calling people Kirks if they get me mad. I'm gonna say you a Kirk, man.
Well, you can't just say anything. All right, so I think they retracted the gun in the wood store. Yeah, that's what KT said. So with this guy that was at a visual, and this dude he said F Charlie during the candlelight visual. You know, Charlie was standing for free speech, right? You can say what you want.
Well, that's wild.
But this is what happened. So he said F Charlie, so they took matters in their own hands. And keep in mind, there's cops there.
There's always cops there.
So they're gonna let him up. I thought it was a black boy first. And he's still screaming F Charlie first. White boy. Got the rainbow book bag.
That's funny. He said it's still what it is, but he's still doing it.
And all the cops doing is just break it up. But he hit him with the the Eminem 8 Mile, and I'm still screaming. You know what I mean? After whatever.
Yeah, but why not arrest somebody then? Why not arrest somebody? You watch all them assaults take place and nobody got arrested? I didn't see anybody even get detained. Like, you didn't even ask questions. Like, what if the guy was stabbed and then ended up bleeding out and dying? You let everybody go home that murdered him? You didn't check anything.
My man said, and still. But dude, I think I gotta clip that part. Beginning, I don't know if we can play that. My man said, still. That's what he said. He said, I'm standing on that.
I respected it. He not changing his tune.
You know, he said, if I'm going to go there, let me go there. But I also thought it was weird that black folk, we have no fight in this, right? Ain't that white on white crime? I think that's what Claudia Jordan said in that comment. Like, these are white people. So why are we taking the hit? Why is like HBCUs was having issues and them shutting
Historically,
them down?
Black colleges and universities across the country are currently under lockdown after a slew of threats that were called in today. Moments ago, Spelman College announcing a shelter in place over the threats, including at Clark Atlanta University, which is near their campus.
Other HBCUs receiving threats today: Hampton University, Virginia State University, Alabama University, Bethune-Cookman University, and Southern University. The schools urging students to remain vigilant, saying these lockdowns will be in place until further notice. NBC News correspondent Kevin Romo is following the latest.
So why? What we got to do with this? Why are we getting these threats, Doc?
Well, the phrase is that when you're used to privilege, equality feels like oppression. And you dealing with a community that all their lives and generations, they've been getting things handed to them. They've been getting bailed out. Somebody else has always been doing worse. That's that famous quote by Johnson. It says, you can convince the lowest white man that he's still better than a black man. You know, he won't realize you're picking his pocket, to paraphrase, right? Like, you can do whatever you want as long as they're not doing as bad as black people. And when nothing makes white people glitch out, then them becoming the N-words of society, even for a day or an hour. and they have to feel what we felt, you know. And they had their moment where one of their leaders was killed in public because they didn't like Kennedy like that. And they weren't rocking with King, so they never had this kind of public assassination before in terms of the racist neo-Nazi alt-right community. This is their first, and they feel like the order of America is black people should suffer more, black people should be under us. And if we're walking around mourning and having a hard time, black people should be having a harder time and at least be fearful, if not in the same pain. It doesn't make any sense, but if you understand white supremacy, it makes perfect sense. And we should have known that a big white backlash was coming. Like that's always what happens.
Yeah, I just didn't get it. I just didn't understand how HBCUs is taking. I guess because the lady said it was Democrats and they blaming D.
No. They're looking for a white guy. If he turns out to be Republican, and that's where people go wrong. That's why people get these good jobs and they got their sons and daughters in these beautiful schools. This one guy I told you, he said, I thought that we were going to be able to achieve our way out of racism. His sons got pulled over and harassed, and it blew his whole world. Like it exploded his reality, because he always thought if I just was like Carlton Banks, literally he was, that I wouldn't have any problems. So as long as you thinking that it's about the shooter or the color or the Democrats or the Republicans, they have harassed black people consistently, even up to murder. The whole time we have been here, the whole time, whether we were voting or not, whether we were in property or not, whether they have always harassed us and blamed us and scapegoated us and kept us on the bottom with their science, with their politics, with their religion, always, whether it's the curse of Ham or 3/5 of a man. This is what they do because this is who they are collectively. They were going to find a reason to blame black people even when it's their fault.
So even a Trump supporter, white guy, Utah, like all of these things, and it's still a black person's like HBCUs.
Life for black people ain't gonna get no better the next day. They're not gonna say, "Oh, our bad. We're gonna give y'all some reparations, or we're not gonna pull you over as much." Everything's gonna stay the same. It might even get worse because they're being exposed. That white on white crime is being exposed because he was just talking about gang violence before he got that caught. He caught that one in the neck. His last words was gang violence.
I just think it sounds crazy that this black folk HBCUs are affected. We're getting threatened for something that had nothing to do with black folk. Like just say that out
it's like
loud.
Charlie said, Jay. It's like Charlie said. It's gang violence. Hashtag Charlie Kirk gang violence. Because that's what happens when these whites start wilding. People start catching strays. Innocent college students start getting hurt. People start putting out policies and grabbing the wrong people. Old men getting dragged off with their pants coming down, and all gang violence. In the words of Charlie Kirk, whenever something like that happens and some crazy white on white violence occurs, I'm just gonna say gang violence. They kirking out.
Trendsetter said, "Watch you saying, Doc. You saying so? I guess you're getting too real. You might be
oh,
like
my
Mike
bad.
getting hemmed up.
I'm telling the truth.
But you're supposed
Luckily,
to have.
I'm not on
speech,
MSNBC.
Right?
If I'm on MSNBC, I would have already been fired.
You've been fired for sure. You can't see anything.
Me and Mike would have been.
Y'all would have been hemmed up. It would have been the Jay Black show. I'm like, hey, I'm just trying to fill in for Mike by myself, y'all. I'm gonna read these liners. All right, Tawana said, "I'm a proud HBCU." Go ahead, what you about to say?
No, I was gonna say I wrote an article telling people even if you never went to HBCU, I think it's important that just black people, if you didn't go to college, that's one of the only things we got in America. That's one of the best things we got going in America is our HBCUs. The most property we got is probably the black church. So the two strongest forces historically have probably been the black church and these organizations. So even if you didn't go to college, didn't go to HBCU, I didn't go to HBCU, but I do think to make sure that we advocate for policies that support them and to support them personally, especially if we got some money to give, that should be some of the first places that we give to our HBCU. So salute to them.
And is this part of like Mr. Fry saying, because they calling for war on the other side? They saying we are at war, and they telling their people, asking their people, what are you going to do? We are at war. And
yeah, but with who? That's the whole point. With who? You don't even know who did it.
I guess they're at war with us.
For us. It seems, Stephen, like we're getting even more campuses that are closing down just upon hearing what the other campuses are choosing to do.
That's true. And to be honest, it's been hard to keep up because we just keep getting new information from new campuses that are shutting down because of concern or because they've received direct threats from this.
Now, historically, black colleges.
It's just crazy to me. It's just crazy. They get mad when you use their words against them. In that part. So it ain't no fun when a rabbit got it.
Gang violence.
There was not a fight, but they wanted to put us in because you are a part of America. What? No, it's not our fight. But they want to put us in. America is equal. Okay.
What if they find out the guy is has not just military background? Let's say they find out if somebody involved has a government background or a government connection, like you said, to feed into that inside job narrative. Are they gonna say we're at war with the government and do January 6th all over again? Like, how do you be at war without knowing who you're at war with? That seems like the first step. What if it's MAGA? What if it's MAGA who got tired of Charlie Kirk talking too much about Israel because they're Jewish MAGA? What if it's MAGA who got tired of the Epstein stuff because they're Trump supporters and they want to cover up Trump's deeds? Like, what if it's an internal thing? This could be a civil war. So before you act on the war you in, find out who your enemy is, because it might be the dude right next to you with the same color hat.
Facts. Somebody said he was too busy centering black people as the villain that he didn't think he needed to look for the white boy in the crowd looking to take him out. They're looking for them black faces. They're not looking for one of their own.
As long as there wasn't no black gang members there, they thought they were safe. Like the white people start their own town, their all white town they were starting, like they ain't gonna have crime in it.
That's what I said yesterday. They always want to talk about black on black crimes. White people kill white people too. Asians kill Asians. Russians, blah, 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 kill Russians. But the focus is always on black folk. I saw this pastor too. This pastor said black folk is a problem. Like the black people are more.
I saw, wow.
Wait,
more violent.
Did I get all the comments before I move on? Ash folks are mad at me yesterday. Lady Q been online yesterday arguing with these white folk all day long. Because they want her to have empathy and sympathy for this man, and she like, no, I don't. He told me I wasn't nothing, basically, and you want me to care. But anyway,
they didn't have no empathy. Most of them had no empathy for George Floyd. They're not going to have empathy for the Honorable Ms. Louis Farrakhan. A lot of people were celebrating when King died, black and white. Like, even that. Okay, can I say one thing, Jay? Do you know the type of power trip you must be on when you tell a full-grown adult how they should feel? They think they can own us.
Say that again, because I think that was what Lady Q was saying yesterday.
Yeah, do you know how insane of a power trip you must be on, how entitled you must be to feel like you have the right and the authority to tell another grown person how to feel? Especially about someone who has totally degraded their community and their heroes and ancestors and them for years. I should still like them? What kind of without consent type of plantation logic is this?
He was a father. He was a husband.
Founding father, like Jefferson. Even though he was violating Sally Hemings and he was 46 and she was 15, even though he was without consent, even though he was talking about these people saying they smelled and couldn't think and weren't the same species, we should still love Thomas Jefferson to this day. Put him on the money, put him on the schools, put him on the bridges. Y'all black people shut up about the rapes and everything else. We're tired of that. We're looking at him like a pedophile and a rapist and a racist and a liar. Sorry, who might have done some good things for y'all. Like, that's insane, though, to think I'm going to tell you how to feel about this.
Yeah,
this how we sick. That's that Malcolm stuff. We sick. So when the slave master's upset, all the enslaved people got to be upset with him. What's our emotion today, boss? We upset? Okay, morning, Charlie. Let me take my hats off, boss. Oh, Charlie, poor Charlie. Like, what? You mean Charlie needs to whoop us?
In Baltimore, a teacher was fired also for making a post, shaking my head. So you can't say anything that's not in positive nature of him, or you lose your job.
For a racist.
For a racist. White supremacist.
Yes. It's Nazi Germany. This is tears.
Is that blatant though? They gotta have some rights to say you can't just fire me like this because I didn't say something positive. I said what did I say that wasn't factual? Like it has to be some. I don't know. I just feel wrong.
Well, this is the beauty of it, of being a person of faith. Because even before Charlie had his situation, I've been saying I think Trump is going to be gone in 2026. So one of his most prominent, with the most potential proteges, Charlie Kirk, who people said, I heard in the interviews, I heard a black girl crying who's part of Turning Point on campus, I think North Carolina. And one of the other guys said he could have been the president, and I said the same thing. I know they were looking at him like Trump might be almost 80, but Charlie Kirk is only 30. We can keep this thing going for another 50 years. They lost a lot when they lost Charlie, so their movement was hit like really, really, really hard. They took a bad one. They took a bad one. But I've been saying, if you're a person of faith, God is not to be mocked. You can't be calling on death and playing with it. If you think you're going to, they say, envy not the oppressor, right? Choose none of his ways. Like the drug dealer in the town when you was growing up, Jay, they looked like they were winning, right? The drug dealer had everything. The drug dealer had the car. They pull up and take the girls. And it looked like in the moment, man, this person's always going to be on top. What can I ever do to beat this person? Then people started getting locked up, losing their teeth, getting violated in prison. All kind of stuff started happening to people. Nobody envies them. Nobody wants to trade places. So now in the moment, that's how I look at it. Envy not the oppressor. I do not want to be them. Not just today with Charlie. They're going to lose Trump. They're going to pay for what they're doing. You can't just go around doing this to people and not pay for it. Even if the people themselves don't have the power to bring back the vengeance. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. You trying to play God and decide who lives and who dies and who's free and who's not. It never worked out for you, and they still trying it. Didn't work out on the plantations. They still suffering from that, from the curses that they did. Their ancestors violating all them children and all them people and stealing all that land. They still can't get no peace.
Well,
They're marching all over the world.
Mr. Frost said if they call them for a war, which they are, I asked my brown people, are you all ready and equipped to protect yourself? I guess Mr. Wright said, hey, you got the right to bear arms. Are y'all prepared? If the war happened right now,
that's what happened in Tulsa.
The door. He said that's what happened in Tulsa.
Black Wall Street. The black men that had military experience is why everybody didn't get killed. Because the black men with military experience knew to take to the high ground and had some access to weapons from the war. Back in the day, people used to go to war and just take their weapons. You know, now they get a little more tight on that. You can't just walk home with your weapons. But, you know, you'd be on the battlefield. They call the war off and people just take what they got home. But no, the black men that had military experience and had weapons and weapons training took to the high ground and tried to defend the town and gave people time to escape. So it's always been, and that's why even the situations that we be talking about with you know, all this stuff about police. Throughout our history, it's almost always been some black people. Geronimo Pratt, the famous Black Panther, came back from Vietnam and started training Panthers. We need those black men who know the game and who've been on the inside to really lead effective movements when it comes to the military engagement. Because we don't know this beast like they do. We don't know the weapons and the strategies and the tactics like they do. So that's why I'm always harder on brothers with military experience and in the police force. Because we used to have y'all to at least rely on. Because y'all the front line. I saw some soldiers say, you know, honor your oath when they try to tell you to go against the Constitution. There's people online saying that. People that are on active duty are like, yo, when it comes down to it, and they tell you to either salute this king or this Constitution, what side you going to be on? You going to start killing civilians when you've been deputized to fight foreign enemies? You really gonna be in the streets policing people if you a Marine or a Green Beret? That's not your job. You don't know how to write traffic tickets, break up domestic violence disputes.
Mike said he should be joining us shortly after 8. Mike should be popping on shortly. Lady Q said facts. This biatch said we didn't tell you to mourn. We told you to show respect. Like they want to tell you how to feel. Like what the F do you think we are?
Yeah, even that respect the Nazi. Do the Jews respect Hitler? Do the Jews respect Hitler? Or do they talk bad about him every chance they get and make his name synonymous with what it means to be a devil in society? They say, you're a Hitler. You're the modern day Hitler. They call Trump Hitler. They call Kanye West the new Hitler before he made the song, right? If they made, that's why I say kirked out. They take his name and his likeness and use it as a pejorative. It's a terrible thing to be like you. So I'm going to say the same thing. If you kirking, you tripping, you wilding, you an evil, recessive, demon, devil, Neanderthal, racist. Don't be like that. Don't be a Kirk. You kirking right now to tell me how I should mourn and how I should show respect to a Nazi. You kirking out.
And Thomas Jefferson, black kids look more like him than the white ones do. Okay, Rashida. Yep. Dr. Fearless, you took the words right out of my mouth. When you have the shown sympathy for the murder of our leaders or all of our murderers that's been happening in our black communities, Lady Q, to tell me a motherfucking thing. Yeah, she said, you can't tell me a motherfucking thing. Exactly. Don't tell me who I should have empathy for and who
we say in our community, we always say, you're not my daddy, you're not my husband. Like, we quick to say that. Black people quick to let people know that who doesn't got authority over them. Like we the ones that'll let you know. Last I checked, you're not my husband, you're not my dad. Who are you talking to? Like, where they do that at? Just go up to another woman who got a man, who has a head of a house, who had to leave. She got a man. Who are you coming to tell? This is what you need to do. You need to show respect. You're not Lady Q's man. Who are you? That is crazy though. Cause I couldn't see myself online. I couldn't see myself online just telling some Asian woman, "You better show respect to Tupac." Like what? Why? Even if he was a neutral figure, even if he wasn't a racist, just to say, "Yo, y'all better not say Tupac couldn't rap. Y'all better not say like why? They can say whatever they want. If people think rap is trash, it's not music. I've heard that for a whole life. There's people who believe that, and they have that right to believe that. I can't make them respect it.
The felon wants war so he can cancel the midterms. I guess she was trying to say if they go to war and it's really a big thing, they need him to be focused on that so they would cancel the midterms. Like, could that be a bigger? I don't know about these conspiracies, but anything's possible.
But the issue is a lot of the holes in the administration are being displayed now because Kash Patel was the head of the FBI. Nobody knew how bad of a job he was doing until we needed the FBI. First 24, first 48. Everybody knows how critical those times are after a murder because they watched the show, right? First 24, they was grabbing the wrong people, making announcements that they got the person when they didn't, finding weapons. Now the dude's away. Now they got a fuzzy picture. We done lost the first 24, about to lose the first 48, right? So
Canada,
now
Mexico.
we know,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to fire the local people. They want to make all these firings of the Utah people to pass the buck. Kash Patel should not be the head of the FBI. We didn't know till we needed the FBI. And a lot of people who they removed, who were, special experts and all that, they removed those people. I remember when George Bush said a famous line before Katrina or during Katrina's aftermath. He said, "You're doing a great job, Brownie." Brownie was the head of FEMA when FEMA had all those trailers that they weren't using and all that food that wasn't getting to the people. George Bush came down there on the ground, looked at that dude Brownie, who was head of FEMA, and told him he was doing a heck of a job. A few days later, Brownie lost his job. So everybody's like, what the hell are you talking about? He's the head of this. He's the problem. So right now, I don't know what wars you're going to fight if you can't even catch one person.
And
Let me just distill it into that one statement. If you can't catch a kid, you can't catch a 30-year-old to 20-year-old kid, but you want to wait. You waging war. That's the thing. Like somebody talking about what they're going to do. You waging war on who, dog? You can't get one lone wolf. You gonna go get China floating things in Antarctica and in Russia. They float. Russia going into Poland with drone. You gonna pick a fight with the small people. You want to pick a fight with the people.
That's why they releasing all the videos and images. They want the public, somebody to help them at this point because they're desperate.
Yeah.
They got a
tip line
reward.
Yeah.
$100,000.
A
Usually
tip line and $100,000.
It's usually 10,000. Throw you a little 10,000 if it leads to. They got $100K up. And he got all
Kash
the
Patel trying to keep his job. That's Kash Patel's salary probably. He said, I gotta keep my job, man. I put all that money on there.
I should say Hitler was a father. Charlie Manson was a father. So what that mean?
Thank you. Thank you.
Hold
up. Ready for this one, Jay?
Go ahead.
Tell him George Floyd was a father. They wasn't saying that then. When Candace Owens was like, I think it's fentanyl, and Charlie Kirk was like, I think he died from drugs. They didn't say, man, he got kids, bro. He got killed in front of the whole world. Can you not add? Nope. They didn't care about his kids. I think it was Tupac who said, should we cry when the Pope died? My request, we should cry if they cried when we buried Malcolm X. On blasphemy. Like I'm not crying if you ain't crying for me. Like why?
Talking about it won't defend yourself in a war. Need to defend yourself before laws prevent your legal rights. So he thinking that when the black folks start buying them AKs and them assault weapons, they're gonna change the laws then. So get y'all now. Mr. Fry, he ready. Mr. Fry, he go to the range all the time. He all about protecting.
I saw a clip like that said a lady was working at the municipal building, and she said, I think during the first term, she said there was a whole lot of older black men that was going down there getting their license to carry. She said they was flooding that. The ones with no felonies, but they said they was going down there and getting their paperwork early.
You ain't got no felony. It's easy. It's minutes.
And that demographic they know white violence better than us. Our elders know how they kirk out. They know they don't got nothing to do with us, but they'll still come. They used to do that back in the day. Two white people have a fight in a bar, get drunk. You know what they do after that? They make up. They all band together, get a little lynch mob going, and they find a black person, take their collective anger out on.
They taking folks' visas because they posting negative stuff online about Kirk. You got to watch what you say.
I need to make another song. They kirking out. Okay.
God. Don't be shocked. This is what Trump has been building towards since he got in office. First time, really good free speech, civilization. He calls people stupid, immature, lazy, but no one else can say anything. Morning, Jeanette. Morning. Be right back. Taj, always make me crackle. What you said? How you say that? Neither all. All right, we're in this country is very serious. Kurt. All right, I'm gonna play this other clip. I know you got to upgrade too. But you gonna have to come with me to upgrade because Mike ain't pop on yet. So when you leave the upgrade,
you about to play something? I'll start going now then.
No, wait. I just get caught up on these comments because I'm behind. Hold tight.
Okay.
I get your point, Ash. George Floyd.
Well, you can take your time with the comments. If you want me to go while you do the comments, you can take your time.
You still gonna stay there though. I don't like being.
I just mute.
Ash Bash, click this link, Ash. Miss Clark, somebody. Lady Q, where's Lady Q at? Caden's in school. You should be on this screen. You should have a square. You ain't gotta put the camera on. All right, George Floyd, who died from a drug overdose. Yeah, that's what Kirk said. He said he didn't die from a knee on the neck. He died from an overdose. So he can spew all his hate and everything. But we can't speak any facts, any truth. They said, but he overdosed when I said George Floyd was the father. But hey, it's not the same thing. It's different. It's different. And had the nerve to talk about God. Yeah. Definitely does. Oh, I've been told we needed the Bible. Yeah, we need to. We need to. Why not? I mean, we got a couple, but we ain't got the banana clip. But I think that's what we need. Why not? But some people are against guns too at the same time. So every time I say that, I know somebody is cringing and say, no, I don't believe in firearms. I don't believe in all that. But at what point do you? And if you're taking safety precautions, why not? But there's a large population of people that just don't believe in guns. Diabolical races and controlling AR. I always want to tell people how to feel someone else's business, like the race, aka Karens. Yes. Cleared it out. I told that man don't leave. All right. She's right, JB. Stump, Trump. She don't like saying Trump, so she always say Stump. Said it himself. No elections are held during the wartime. So if he can create a war, no midterms, he keeps the power. Because if people are going to shift and lean more to the other side, that could hurt him in the end. So I can see it. It used to be slang term, be more cricket out back in the day. In the white tees, yeah. If you say bad things about them, you shouldn't be here. Nope, they don't want you to say anything negative, anything. All right, I'm gonna play this pastor right quick. You hate being them. Yeah, you supposed to have my back, Ash Bash. Mike is about to click on. Doc got to upgrade. Jay Lick, you really good reading the comments with feeling and emphasis. Yeah, kudos. See, Miss Clark. Thank you, Miss Clark. Using you cover my neck. Wow. All right. So this pastor. Let's see if there's some truth in this. So there's a black pastor that said black people are more dangerous than white people. Let me play this.
If there's someone who is black in our church and they've been in our church and we know them and they love the Lord Jesus Christ, great. We're not talking about that person, right? But we're talking about when you go into a crowd of people. If you go into a crowd of strangers and they're white strangers, there's some danger. If they're black strangers, there is 30 times more danger.
Thoughts? See, this one usually Mike chime in or fearless. So when he pop in, so y'all got to put a comment of thoughts. He said it's 30 times more dangerous with black folk. He's saying the ones that go to the church and pay their tithes, though, hey, no, you the good ones. You okay. Y'all good. But the other ones, I don't know. 30% more. And he keeps going. What was the second part that he said? 143. Let's see what the pastor said. Check this out. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, now we got to. Hold on. Yes, because black people are. Hold on, the ad popped up on him.
If you're a Christian white parent who loves the Lord and loves your children, that you need to have the talk. The talk that we're referencing is the talk that takes your children according to their maturity at the proper time, the appropriate time, and says there are certain parts of town that you cannot go, and there are certain people that you cannot be around.
Well, I don't know, maybe some truth in that, but black folk, are we upset? Are we cool? Does it make sense? Is he wrong? Is he right? Driving down 95, big American flag. Yeah, the American flag, I'm tainted by the American flag now. When I see that, I feel something is off. Believe it or not. Oh, good. Lady Q clicked the link. Finally, somebody clicking the link. Thank you, saving me. Turn the phone sideways, too.
Sideways.
Yeah, turn the phone sideways.
I couldn't get on the computer because I can't find the camera for my computer.
Oh, your phone is fine. Black folk are more dangerous than white folk. He gotta have a talk, he said. He gotta let the white families gotta let their kids know. Do you agree, disagree? I'm gonna play this one last part again.
If there's someone who is black in our church, and they've been in our church, and we know them, and they love the Lord Jesus Christ, great. We're not talking about that person, but we're talking about when you go into a crowd of people. If you go into a crowd of strangers, and they're white strangers, there's some danger. If they're black strangers, there is 30 times more danger.
30 times more danger. Is that the message that we should be preaching?
I mean, especially a few days after the guy got shot in the neck by a white dude. I don't think so.
He's right. And the reason for that is that we always had to be prepared for whatever. So we stay ready. Stay ready so we ain't got to get ready. God said, be gentle and though I should remember preaching. She preached the Bible. That's in the Bible. I don't know. I don't know if that's stoking the flames, as they say. Is that getting people riled up? Is that speaking to his base? You're telling white people to be scared of black folk?
I mean, you ain't got to tell white people to be scared of black people. They already are. It's in their DNA to be scared of us.
And then yesterday, with you going back and forth with a lot of those folks, I guess, what was the consensus? Like, is it because you're not saying something nice about Charlie that they upset? I know you said they trying to control your emotions and your feelings.
They just want to be right. They just want me to bow down to them. And everything they said, they wanted me to deny what I heard from my own ears and what I saw, things that he said about black people, and still be gracious because we're the bigger people. You're supposed to love everybody. No. Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's too much for me. Like I said, I know everybody got to protect their job, so you can't say but so much and post but so much.
Well, I don't have a job. I work for myself, so I can do what the fuck I want to do.
Well, technically, you do. WokeUpInspired.com. Put this underneath there. She has a job, y'all. Go to WokeUpInspired.com. All right. Because they are what? They are white, and they
exactly, so. Ash. Exactly. And literally, I'm still getting notifications from that same post. I'm like, you're not getting my energy today because I'm not going to be. You're not getting my energy today.
There's a oh, you can read the comments that you could go ahead.
No.
Let's use the Mike's job.
No.
There's a pastor. So if the black person indoctrinated with the church's BS, again, his church, they're okay. That's what you're trying to say? It's giving Willie Lynch to me. I hear you, KT. Jeanette in a few minutes. Oh, Ash gonna pop on too. Michael Sean should be popping on any minute now. Doc is just upgrading. I told him.
Wait, you said Mike got pulled over by ICE?
Well, it was allegedly. So we did the show yesterday. We played a lot of Charlie clips, and YouTube reached out. They had some issues. Now Mike ain't here. I know Mike Puerto Rican. I don't know. I think ICE has. Hey, it's all alleged. It's all alleged. Until I physically see him, I don't know what's going on. Mike is MIA. I think ICE hemmed him up, but he got papers. He got a passport. I think he was born in the U.S. He from the Bronx. He was born just because he's Puerto Rican. But anyway, but we'll see if they free Mike. You might have to make some free Mike shirts and get some of them up. Bunk them, Lady Q. That's what I said. Bunk them. That's old school. So I got to put it bigger there when I got to read it. That's what I said. They do the 52 fake out. They try to switch up and flip and not let us know what we saw with our own eyes. We saw it with our own eyes and heard.
And then they told me I'm taking out of context to make him look bad. I said, I don't have to do anything. This is exactly what he said, word for word. There's no context for the things that he said, especially about Black people and how Black people were better off in slavery under Jim Crow. Black women don't have the cognitive ability to be smarter than white people. We can't get higher positions because without stealing it from a white person, all the things that these people are still telling me, well, you still should respect him. No, I don't. I don't give a fuck.
PR is part of the U.S. It's a colony. Puerto Rico. Oh God, sir. Wait, did I say Puerto Rico? Did I say?
You said he was born in the U.S. as if even if he was born in Puerto Rico, as if that's not the
U.S. This is not school. We're not. See, people always go left with me. I be playing, and I know my stuff. Get out of here. Get out of here. It's always Afro Queen. Is he the Afro Queen? Yeah, all right. Social media is being monitored by ICE and need to be careful what you say now on these platforms. I told Mike that. I told him he's speaking Spanish. Anybody speaks Spanish, they looking at. So yes,
the crackdown is coming on TikTok too, starting tomorrow. Supposedly, the new guidelines take place.
What now? What they doing?
The new guidelines on TikTok go in effect starting tomorrow on TikTok.
And what does that mean? What is the new guideline?
No, you can't be political. Basically, if you criticize the felon and things like that, they could shut your account down, all the kind of stuff. And the White House has a TikTok account now. I blocked them.
That was me on Facebook for sure. So you can't say anything about the 34 felons, the sexual assault, like all the stuff that he's done and been proven. If you mention that or anything about Charlie, the trigger words, you can get your account shut down starting tomorrow.
That's the goal, I guess. I'm screwed because I did that a lot.
That's why you can't argue with stupidity. That's what I should say. You can't.
They're gaslighting us. They're trying to gaslight us.
It's all over the net, but they will try to flip it like you saw something wrong. It's the 52 fake out. I just love that old school. Hey, what is it, Lady Q? Yeah, Auntie. So Doc had to upgrade his software. He's about to come back on.
Me to the rescue as usual.
Mike Sean is popping on as well, and I'm hoping in a couple of minutes. But she saw me up here struggling, so she said, "Let me pop on." Good morning, TP. Good morning, TP. I don't think I got any more clips. It's supposed to be Doc's segment. Supposed to be now. Data. All right, good. Somebody just clicked it now. Who is this coming? I think that's Mike coming in. That's perfect. We got Mike Sean popping in. Let me take Doc down for a second. The data.
You can't let everybody keep seeing you look so flustered. You gotta,
I don't like being by myself. It's a skill to talk to yourself. Mike can sit here all day long and talk to nigga Mike. There you go. Mike Sean's here. He can talk to himself all day long. All day. I ain't got that. Mike, can I hear you?
Oh, good. I can get out of here.
Yo.
I appreciate you, Lady
What
Q.
is all this? Hey, thank you, Lady Q. What's all this bitching and complaining and moaning and man? If you don't shake, man, what? What you talk about? What is the big? We're living for over 20 years. What are we? I done driven from New York, from Jersey to New York, back to Jersey, back on. I'm here, people. What are you talking about? What is
Ms.
the
Spark said you're right, JB. Mike can talk to himself. Mike can sit here on the screen and just talk. I don't like talking to myself.
I don't need nobody. I can get.
If you see me and you trying to see what's up, he wanna fuck with me, then I'ma have him stuck.
People.
Do you see the complaint? Now, do y'all see how tough it is for me to be by myself, to play clips and to play comments and to get your chit chat going on? I hate to delete next door. Good morning, Shelly. Where is Dr. Smith? Where's Dr. Smith? Where'd he go?
I told him, don't leave me. I said, I mean, whatever you walking back, we're gonna see the behind the scenes at Temple when you walking on campus.
Don't
leave me by myself.
You even handle the upgrade. I heard you was talking shit about Mike got hemmed up by ICE. Don't nobody give a damn by ICE. Hamming nobody up. Ain't nobody. Yes, Miss Parker. Good morning. Good morning.
Did email. I saw YouTube's notification. We got in trouble for yesterday. So
what did we get in trouble for yesterday for? What was yesterday?
You played Charlie clips. Charlie is a trigger, dog. We might get in trouble for this one too.
We gonna play more Charlie. Y'all want us to sit up in here and do a whole bunch of making believe like we're supposed to feel bad and show empathy for a man who told us he didn't show any empathy and he thought it was bullshit. Whatever. The whole world is being taken over. The whole world is trying to make us believe that this man was a nice man that passed away, that caught that neck shot. We're supposed to believe that this man is a nice man when he told everybody he wasn't. He told everybody civil rights was a mistake. He told a young lady to her face civil rights was a mistake. And we're supposed to do what? We're supposed to do what? And we got in trouble for playing clips. We play clips all the time. We ain't play a Charlie single. Does Charlie, is him and Charlie Wilson got an album out together or something? He got a track out or something? Well, you got to be kidding. You too. And once I get my stuff together and I can get it on Patreon.
It's about to go down.
On Patreon, understand.
It's about to go down. Michael Sean.
I start figuring out how this Twitch thing really works because we on it. I just don't know how to work it yet. Once we figure that out.
It's about to go down. Michael Sean.
Don't even speak Spanish. What?
I said Ice heard Mike speaking Spanish and they hemmed him up. They thought he was an illegal immigrant.
Said, man, they gonna look at me and try. It's the one time I'm thinking when somebody says, "Oh, he's black." I'm like, hey, "You're right, Michael." Michael Jackson.
It's about to go down.
Good morning, Mike. Laugh out loud. He came with energy. Just came off the turnpike doing 95, trying to listen to my GPS say police are in the area. Then I saw on the other side. This is the first time you ever see a traffic jam, and you like, where did it start?
Yes,
I saw the beginning.
Yeah,
I saw the beginning.
What started all this?
There was a truck turned over with a bunch of stuff sticking out. I hope nobody was hurt. And when I tell you, if you are on the turnpike headed to New York City and you are under like exit, I don't know, 9, you're not getting nowhere. They just announced it on the news. The slump says suspect in custody and child killing. Looks like. Look at this buffoonery. We ain't never gonna know who did what.
Wait, they got him. Let me Google. Put up.
Google who's getting set up for this. Go Google who's the next scapegoat. Who's the person that they want to convince us did this? Come on, y'all. I saw you at a clip. What was the black man talking about in the clip? And why did I see? Why did not? Wait, let me see what Dr. Aaron Smith is. He done popped up.
He's popping on now.
Let me go see the complaint that YouTube gave us. Let me see. What complaint could they possibly give? YouTube removed your content. It looks like Just America again. We think your content didn't follow our harassment policy. What no damn harassment. Look at the racist country we live in. Content that contains unwanted sexualization of Charlie isn't allowed on YouTube. This includes but does not limit
sexual yesterday at all.
Content describes someone in lewd, degrading, and sexual explicit shows how to distribute non-consensual sexual image or the content that fantasizes about. What? It said it happened. The example was 1 hour and 28 seconds. This is just a warning because this is your first time. You can still upload, post, and live stream. However, we removed your content from you. When did we talk about any type of sex thing?
Nothing yesterday. Nothing sexual. Only we did Charlie clips all yesterday.
And we talked about Jussie. No, that was
Monty did.
Yeah, Monty talked about Jussie Smollett. We are monitored. We are monitored. They want to censor things that don't even happen. This was all about the title, America Just Being America. That's what it was about. And that triggered the onslaught of whatever system they use to try and figure a way out to give us some type of trouble.
Somebody reported us. That's what it was.
Yeah, somebody reported. Somebody flagged the video. That's the quickest way to get a video down by claiming sexual content.
No, Cypher messaged me, yo, you know I ain't rocking with that doctor, but tell him put a seatbelt on. So he watched the end of the show yesterday. It was like, yo, tell him put a seatbelt on. So Cypher, you know, he a little mad still, but he's still low key watching. I guess.
I don't know what to say. You should. If you're not, obviously you're kind of watching. You're kind of watching. Good morning, KD.
He loved the show. He said he looked forward to watching us. But when the doc come at the police like that and coming at his neck, but Doc said, "I love Coco. I don't love the popo." Like that's the new shirt. I love Coco, not the popo. So that's what Doc was saying.
How do you break the ultimate rule of this whole show? It was a safe space where people were allowed to express their opinion. That was the whole basis of the show.
Good morning.
See, they are censoring and controlling what's being said. Of course, somebody reported us. Somebody did report.
The teacher got fired for saying something that wasn't positive about Charlie. I already played the dude on Fox, MSNBC or whatever. They fired him, Mike. Let me share this tag. They fired my man.
Yeah, I heard about it, but I didn't see it. Let's see what he said. Let's see what he said about Charlie.
The most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups. And I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful actions.
And that's what he said. They fired him for that.
Because you can't say the truth. You can't say anything true. All you have to, what they want you to do is to make believe that this person is worthy of everybody's empathy, no matter what. One of your silent viewers reported the video for any reason.
Yeah, somebody reported us yesterday.
Well, stop being a bitch. Just step up. Don't just lurk. Don't just lurk. Just step up. Come up here and comment. Say what you got to say.
It could have been a Charlie fan. Them conservatives. I didn't realize they want to do a Martin Luther King statue for this dude. They trying to sign a petition to get him a statue.
And let me tell you about you white folks, the particulars that know who I'm talking to. Let me tell you about y'all. Y'all have tried to find a way now that HBCUs had to be put on lockdown. Yeah, What did anybody who wasn't white have to do with anything that went on in Utah? You can't handle your security. It's dangerous in Utah. Utah obviously is more gangster than any place I've ever been.
Gang violence. That's his last words, Mike. Gang violence. Famous last words of Charlie.
TV, you might not be wrong. Just noticing who's listening.
They try to figure out who reported it.
The mole tonight on the mole.
Who's not in the comments like they used to be.
But this is the incredible thing. Y'all are trying to send threats. This is how ridiculous and stupid you are. The HBCUs ain't got nothing to do. You should be sending threats to where the actual speech was had, I should say, where the space where it was held, where the actual action took place. But
a firefighter also got fired in New Orleans for similar. So teachers, firefighters, you can't say anything that's not positive. You gotta be careful, Mike.
But freedom of the press is another level. That's like a constitutional thing. Like, the freedom of the press. If I'm reporting something, I should definitely have a little more leeway than the average person, because this is my job and I can't
And universities across the country are currently under lockdown after a slew of threats that were called in today. Moments ago, Spelman College announcing a shelter in place over the threats, including at Clark Atlanta University, which is near their campus.
Other HBCUs receiving threats today: Hampton University, Virginia State University, Alabama University, Bethune-Cookman University, and Southern University. The schools urging students to remain vigilant, saying these lockdowns will be in place until further notice.
Let me tell you,
you dumbass nigga.
Let me tell you,
You dumbass nigga.
What are y'all coming for? Y'all shot y'all. Y'all shot y'all.
White on white violence.
Nobody had it. Did you see the crowd? And now y'all want to send y'all cowards, and the cowards are the cowards. The cowards are the ones that sit up there and make threats and call, and for some reason they can't track these phone calls. I don't know what it is, but let me tell you something. This ain't going. There's no time anymore to bite your tongue and not, because it's just going to get worse. It's just going to get worse. U.S. News is all scripted now. You get news from BBC and Algeriz. And this is why they want to shut down TikTok. This is why people can't joke about you getting your information from TikTok or social media. They can't joke about it anymore. And the people that are hushing up. And guess what? The man caught an unfortunate ending because 2 days before he was speaking out against Israel. Mm-hmm. This is all documented with his girl, Megyn Kelly. Well, my security business has received more business now. Might need to get stock a good public traded.
So I guess people got to call for more security now. Just think about it. Kamala's going on her book tour. Like that security detail has to be on.
Well, Trump took her detail, right?
I know, so she got to do it on her own because he removed hers. So she's on her own with her own private security.
I would pause the tour. I'm not in part of her team. I'm not in her ear. But if I was Kamala's people and I was going to do something within the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'd be like, you know what? Let's do a nice Thanksgiving rollout. Families are getting back together. People are taking a break. Let's let things settle down a little bit.
Listen, man.
Just my thoughts.
Don't let them censor your voice and your opinions. What's wrong with y'all? Look, it's all about intimidation.
Kamala, you know what? Ask your white husband how to deal with it.
Oh, not with the asking Doug.
Give a
Don't ask
fuck.
Doug. Don't ask Doug.
Doug's catching strays for Charlie's out here.
It's time to keep the pressure. She said, "Don't." Katie said, "Don't pause anything."
Absolutely.
There is no time to pause now. There is no time to pause now. And please don't have me putting on some Superman cape for Kamala like she ain't been a part of the system. This whole system is corrupt. This whole system is corrupt. Personal security is in high demand. We need more. Black is a great business now. Look, sorry, if that's your business, God bless. Go do your business. Yes.
He always Mr. Friday. Oh, but Lady Q agree with Doc.
Let me tell you something.
Like, no, we fighting the power out.
Let me tell you something. You ain't gonna sit up here. You ain't gonna sit up here. You ain't gonna sit. I'm gonna say it again. You ain't gonna sit up here and say you for the people and you a civil servant. And now when the pressure gets tough, you gonna delay it. You gonna delay a tour? No, I'm sorry. The civil service before you didn't delay the tours.
But it's her life worth a book.
Yes. They went into the belly of the beast and said, we not stopping. But go ahead. I don't care. I'm tired of caring about people who've been in power. We're still trying to speak about this as though they're educated people we're dealing with. No, they're not. We know they're outrageous morons. It's never going to make sense. I always say you can't figure out dumb. You can't figure out dumb. You can't, but we can do a better job of predicting dumb and understanding when we're being controlled. Kamala now on her own, LAPD is covering her security, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the security for the
whole
LAPD
tour for
done.
LA, it makes sense. But what about when she go to Philly, when she go to Detroit, when she go to Chicago? Like, what about all these other markets?
No, welcome to the world.
What about when she go to Butler, PA, or Utah? Utah, for the record, for those who don't know, Utah is 77% white and 1% black.
I'm not gonna get into this whole Kamala thing. You call her a civil servant, call her no longer a civil servant. Listen, then if she's no longer a civil servant, then I can't complain about the detail getting taken from her. Welcome to Life Is Us, sort of, kind of.
Good morning, Queen Born, by the way. Good morning.
Sort of, kind of.
What's that show? This Is Us?
Yeah. Welcome being out here. I don't know about you, but I'm not showing up to do a job that I wasn't hired for. Yeah, but she want that money. She want that money based on.
She saw Michelle's run. She saw Michelle killing them in them statements.
Yeah, she want that money based on her being a civil servant. So I mean, listen, I'm not wishing anything on nobody. You just not gonna get me to waste a minute of my brain power to worry about it. You're not gonna get a minute of my brain power to worry about it.
No, I was gonna say 8,470 people die every day in the United States. 8,470 So 8,469 other people died yesterday. Everybody's like, Charlie, like.
And let me tell you a personal
So since
story.
Charlie died, what we had 24,000 almost.
Let me share you a personal story about Charlie. Let me show you how deranged that this has gotten. At the UPS mail store where I work at, somebody filed a complaint and said that we were cheering and hoping for Charlie's death.
Wow. So they called corporate complaining. Yeah, when I went by the UPS store.
They put an actual complaint. I didn't even use my own platform to cheer and wish his death. I didn't even use my own platform to do that.
These white folk are pissed.
That means you were in our face and they had to look over hours of video of, you know what? Of somebody showing me a phone saying, oh, this is what's going on. And I said, that's crazy. I said, I guess that's what it is now.
They could have been showing you anything and you
I'm
laugh.
about to say, were they showing you? They were showing you Charlie though?
It could be anything.
At that point, they were. We don't even know if that was the person. But this person had the audacity. Show your face, you coward.
Yeah, face your accuser.
And then I verbatim, I said, this is why I tell you, working at any place, they will fire you in a heartbeat over an accusation by the right colored person.
Oh, yeah. Like Emmett Till, you could lie. They can know it's a lie and be like, oh, well, sorry, and not even change the course of what happened.
As long as she moves within a democratic city, that police department will work with her security team to ensure protection. Hey, listen. And propping that jerk up, putting him on public chartered planes. Fuck, stand down for what?
They should have propped him up. Let me not say that.
Y'all location must be too diverse. It don't matter where the location is at.
Well, Mike, we already know he got Monty, the gay guy. So you got Michael Sean, the Puerto Rican. Any black people in there, Mike? Or that's just
they're black people. They're black people.
Yeah.
But why didn't you say something if you were offended then? Why didn't you say something?
People ain't built for confrontation.
Then don't get behind that laptop and talk tough and make up words like cheering.
Yeah, don't accuse people then. If you can't, yeah.
That's why I look at all y'all sideways now when you come in there.
Especially a false accusation. Daggone. You can't, at least if you're going to accuse and be sneaky.
So what does your corporate do? I mean, your friend, like they say, y'all don't be laughing. Like,
they don't know what to do. But I'm not going to get too deep in it because I don't want to put nobody at jeopardy or whatever. But I'll tell you what, I heard the response of one person and I tried to tell y'all about the person. I tried to tell y'all about going above and beyond making somebody rich. I tried to tell y'all about breaking your neck.
It's one of those, huh?
Tried to tell you stop breaking your neck.
Trying to kiss up. Somebody trying to kiss up.
Let's just leave that alone.
I tried to tell you, Jay Black has a point of what he's saying, but stop trying to do backflips for somebody because they ain't giving you no more money. And they want you exactly in the situation that they're in so they can make more money off of you. These DHs are doing anything and everything to put black and brown people in their BS. We don't give any fucks. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
There was nobody cheering.
Even Nikki White Chocolate. Like, oh God. They said at the end of the day, what?
They said at the end of the day, he leaned to the left after all. I turned my phone off after reading that.
Yo, somebody said that? That's crazy. He leaned to the left after all.
But mark my words. Them 10 million people, if you see all these countries, you see the debacle that's going on in France, we ain't too far from 10 million people showing up to that capital.
They said shut everything down. That's what they're doing in France. Shut down everything. That's their motto.
We ain't too far. What was Lady Q's comment? They want us to riot because they don't want to give folks another January 6th to talk about.
Did you agree with the dude at the visual? He got beat down because he said F Charlie. So they rolled on him. And the police is there. Well, that's a white boy though. He said F Charlie.
They don't want to deal with the fact of the the propped up martyr. Go ahead, go, y'all enjoy yourselves.
But he hit him with the still F the free world. He hit him with the Eminem 8 Mile afterwards. He said still F Charlie. Police there ain't like nobody else.
He ain't going nowhere. Go ahead, go. Have at it. Have at it.
Freedom of speech, though, right, Mike?
Have at it.
They said they thugs out there. They
gang violence.
But do you see what I said yesterday? Do you see the reaction when their leader gets taken out? Do you see their reaction? Their reaction is they have the media to be the Fox to be able to go, we're going to war. They're going to war at us.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see their reaction?
We had to go in the streets. We didn't have no news talking about Dr. King, blah, blah, blah. We had to go and just set fire to stuff to get to be heard, like Dr. King said, language of the unheard, riot.
That's like you're not gonna get man, listen. Absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane.
There's nothing to do with us. But HBCUs affected though, Tosh. They getting death threats. We ain't had nothing to do with nothing, but they threatening our black colleges.
But it's just the same old because it's
I don't
black.
get that though. Why though?
It's always going to be. It's always going to be the ignorant reaction. Let's make sure we know we're mad and we're kind of mad at each other, but let's make sure we reach out. But if them HBCUs ever had armed security for them, and then it would be the end of everything. If somebody funded their security and said, ain't nobody coming on this campus, wouldn't be nothing about the Second Amendment. They just confirmed that both the felon blew up in Venezuela, claiming the cartel was sending fentanyl in, and it was innocent people. He intentionally inciting other countries. It's a mess out here, man. It's a mess. It took y'all 10 minutes to get me in this. Hold on, it took y'all 10 minutes. Oh, goodness gracious.
Was it no drugs on the boat? I thought he was stopping the drugs from coming in.
Yeah. Where are the gang members? Can you imagine if they found gang members right now? If ICE had found a bunch of gang members, can you imagine how much they put them in front of cameras right now? Can you imagine?
If they live, that's the only thing that'll keep them alive. The only reason they would make it alive is because they could be used politically. I'm sure they'd be like, y'all about to kill us, ain't you? Like, no, we need y'all for this campaign.
And you know why they don't go after gang members? You know why they don't send those amateurs that are going in the barbershop? Do you know why they don't send them there? Do you know why? Because they wouldn't make it out. That's why they send them to the innocent to go round up the innocent. That's why they send them to hardworking people. They send them to go pick up firefighters who are actually fighting fires. And they go there. You know why they don't go after those gang members? Because they know those buffoons that they have that are barely making it through regular civilians who are just trying to live a life and go to work. They know they're not sending them folks to go get the people who are by any means necessary. They're not going after them. Do you know if they found actual, what are they, MS-1
MS-13.
MS-13?
They do not want it with MS-13.
Do you know if they found them, that would move this whole country into going, they were right. They were right. They're not going there. They want to take babies out of mom's hands. They want to take people after they get out of court. After they get out of court and the judge has actually cleared them. They want to wait for those folks. They want to wait. People who are trying to, they don't want to go after them. And they know where they're at. But they know they're not built. They know they can't pay nobody that $100,000 to go in to go get them. Because after the first group of them got dealt with, they'd all be like, I ain't going in there.
Okay, they said they're obsessed with us. Obsessed. They think about us 20, it's not 24/7. She said 25/8.
Yeah,
they eat, work, breathe. They think about it all the time. Now that's power to be on somebody's brain that much.
Well, they used to eat us.
The so-called shooter on CNN right now. It's the guy with the backpack sliding down the roof. Yeah, obviously.
Oh, so they got him.
Another
It's
video.
official. They officially got him within 48 hours. You know, the first 48. You know, we know first
Yeah.
48.
They hate social media because they hate social media talking about planes that took off afterwards that they turned off their radars and all that other stuff, and they hate everybody. They hate everybody explaining that this is exactly how these situations are created. They hate it. They hate seeing people wondering why people were throwing up some type of signals right behind the gentleman. Two men throwing up signs. They hate that. They like the good old days when they could paint the narrative and say we landed on the moon. They like that. They like that.
So what does this change that they got him? So now we can't say, oh, y'all couldn't find him. So within the first 48, they got him.
Cash Patel is gonna keep his job for a little while longer. That Cash Patel is like, well, at least I'm good. If I was Cash Patel, head FBI, I'd be like, well, my job's done. Y'all work on the cover up.
And now the plan is how liberal this shooter is.
Oh, they gotta, okay. He got Biden. He gonna like Biden somehow or Hillary.
How liberal this shooter was.
Yo, his jump down from that building was flawless, though. If you saw him hanging from that roof,
they gotta check his computers, his phones. They gotta see what he was googling.
And once they start checking that,
he donated to Kamala. Oh, that's what they gonna hit him with. He donated to Kamala.
Oh, there's gonna be.
He donated $20.
The writing team, the team of writers that they have is now putting together the different scenarios on where they want to paint this, on where they want to paint where this is going now.
Oh yeah, they can say whatever they want. They can create a narrative.
Now they're gonna give you, and CNN is gonna do their jolly part. They're gonna do their jolly part. Oh yes, they are. Yes, they are going to do their part. They're going to play Anderson Cooper, and the rest of them are going to play all the interviews, and they're going to show you where the kid grew up. They're going to show you.
He's a good kid.
They're going to show you where
his first girlfriend.
They're going to show you where it went wrong. They're going to show you. They're going to trace his steps in a matter of a week. They will have his steps that led up to the actual shooting, which we never got for the Trump assassination attempt.
Yeah, that guy, they never even talked to his parents. Who is this guy? Yeah, he just disappeared.
We don't know where he exists.
Yeah,
we know nothing about the man who tried a failed assassination attempt.
I only know his name. I forgot all that. I
don't know his name.
They passed on over all that.
You name it. Yeah, they about to
the boy looked like he could be cousins with Luigi Mangione. The boy that they just do it on the video, he looked, middle-aged white dude, look like he's got a little money in his family. Maybe his name's Mario. Wouldn't that be crazy if this dude's name's Mario? Mario and Luigi. Mario.
They better not televise that animal's funeral. Oh, what?
Televised. You already saw Vance with the casket. They did the whole news thing yesterday. When Vance, he's leading the casket. He helped them load it into Air Force Two, and
the New York Yankees. The New York Yankees had a moment of silence. They had Trump at the stadium.
No, they didn't.
What?
Oh, you said Trump was there.
No, they had a moment of silence.
Moment of silence for Charlie.
They didn't have a moment of silence for them congressional people that were shot up in their houses.
Yeah, sleeping.
They had a moment of silence.
I don't want to clip it. I'm thinking I might clip that guy saying "Still F Charlie." No, that might be wrong.
But the thing is that's why when I see the ruckus and I see the upheaval and I see the people of the same races going at each other now, and I see the people, and I see people that are technically, from down south, we call them the R word, which starts and ends in neck, and I see them talking, and I see them talking bad, and I see them now going at, and I see them doing, and I just in case, because we had sexual content yesterday, we didn't have sexual content.
Yeah, you don't know what they're gonna say. Yeah.
Wait, that's a slur now too. I found out spaz. You can't say spaz no more, but now redneck. Okay, all right, we're good.
But when I see them having podcasts and I see them speaking truth to the power, I'm like, hey, y'all gonna see that there's two different teams here, and one team is being funded by a foreign country. Funded. And the more and more they show the Charlie clips of him exposing what he had learned about Israel. This wasn't hearsay. This was his facts. And this was 2 days before.
Mm-hmm. And he said, release the files. Yeah, he changed his views on Israel and said, release all the files before he was standing down about the files and said, I'm going to trust the government, because they said they called all of them directly and told him stop talking about Epstein. He was one of the first people to acquiesce and fall in line. But like you said, 2 days ago, he was talking about Israel and Epstein, talking about put all the files out.
And while this is all happening, the Republicans still voted against releasing the files. I think it was 51-49 or 52-49. They were Republicans that came to the other side.
Voted low key.
Mike Underwood.
It's not a safe space. Your phone ain't a safe space. Ain't nothing. They've been trying to tell us this for forever. They were trying to tell us this, and we kept saying it's technology. What are you gonna do? AI, the company OpenAI is now telling people that if they see suspicious questions to AI, they will report the suspicious questions to the police. This is OpenAI, the company.
Wow.
So if you ask a certain question, how to get away and jump off a roof, wow, they're gonna report you.
If you ask a certain question like, was Jesus black?
That probably qualifies for them.
You probably qualify.
Anything for black people. You better. How do black people get free? They say, wait, what? Get free?
What would be the best way for people in America to regain their freedom, to regain their civil rights, to regain the Constitution? Those questions will now be alerted by OpenAI, and then they can send them to the police so they can harass you. And where did I say, what institution did I say that they would send them to? What institution did I say they would send them to? What institution did I say?
Police.
Police. I think I said that.
Doc, you still got your segment? You still doing that?
I'm done. Carried my black ass
Oh,
over to Facebook, and it's going about to go down. Michael Sean voice.
I'll send you 2 videos. Give me 2 minutes. I'll send you 2, and I'll talk a little bit.
Man, listen to me. Let me see. Did I have something I saved here? Maybe I did save something. Maybe that's what got us in trouble. I bet you this is the guy who got us in trouble. This was our sexual content. I bet you this was our sexual content right here. I bet you.
I ain't shocked by the Charlie Kirk shit at all. Where I'm from, right or wrong, if you do things that negatively impact other people's lives, there's a chance that could cost you your life. Like, say you put hands on your old lady. She goes back to her parents' house, beaten and bloody, and then her little brother sees it, decides he's had enough. He goes over to that house and he puts 3 in your chest. Ultimately, he's dead because the little brother decided to pull the trigger, but we're going to act like the hillbilly didn't have no part to play in that? Or maybe it's because I'm on the side that has historically had all of the consequences heaped upon them. Like, we're the ones who always get assassinated. Harry T. Moore, Medgar Evers, Huey Long, Harvey Milk, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Fred Hampton, the list goes on. None of them wanted to die. And to be sure, they died because someone came and pulled the trigger. They didn't make that decision. But we're going to act like that decision wasn't visited upon them because they decided to challenge the status quo, because they decided to negatively impact the ruling class? Now I've got a situation where I have an individual who has spent the last decade trying to strip the humanity away from everybody that he deemed lesser, out here impacting the lives of thousands, if not millions of people negatively. And I'm supposed to pretend like there are going to be no consequences. Again, whenever you do the type of things that impact, you don't know how you're impacting people's lives. You have no idea what your words or how they will affect somebody. We recognize this as leftists. I understand there's going to be people who don't like the shit that I have to say. It's cops right now who would love to put me in a bag. I get that. I go do it anyway because I believe that what I'm talking is worth dying for. I hope that Charlie Kirk feels the same, because whenever you get out here and you do the type of things that impact people negatively, you need to expect that those people you negatively impact are going to come visit consequences upon you. For right or wrong, it doesn't matter. In my world, that's the reality, and you should expect that it's going to come whether it does or not. I expect my retribution to come for the ruling class. Charlie Kirk is going to have to look out for it from every minority group that he's ever demonized. Moral of the story is, if you're going to be out here trying to impact people's lives negatively, you better believe in what the fuck it is you're fighting for. As always, bro, I appreciate y'all taking the time. Much love. Y'all have a good one. Maybe.
That was it. You already know how the day going, Ed.
They said, I'm calling the police. I'm calling the YouTube police on him.
They could put us on punishment for 30 days again, Mike. I don't know why you did that.
What's the point?
Mike, you about to get the day show shut down. You gonna play it again? Like,
what's the point?
They saying people don't like what Dr. Umar said. I guess Dr. Umar was having some comments. I think they expected Dr. Umar to go in.
I expected him to go in, and he didn't. Yeah, he went with the whole "is somebody's husband and father." He went the whole death thing. He went that route. He didn't go the other way. I thought it was interesting. Dr. Umar.
Yeah, they did this. They did. Hey.
Well, he's been having the trouble, with the taxes and the school. Man, all that stuff he's been going through. He's going through a lot of stuff. So now he's the time to open up the door for yourself, because they probably like, we're looking at you. We're already freezing accounts.
We do need a backup channel.
We do need a backup channel. So let's do we need a backup channel name so that everybody knows that would be the name for the backup channel.
Well, Kirkin out.
No, we already got like a TOL one. I think we might have a
Kirkin out,
TOL
like Wildin'
one.
out, Kirkin out.
Kirkin out. Y'all need a backup. I don't know. We'll call it instead of
Sorry,
Michael
Charlie.
Lady
Sorry,
Q said, but they love the kids. They love the kids.
Sorry, Charlie. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. Why doesn't YouTube show you exactly what part of your video? They do. They have the
He said
hour.
129 yesterday, so I got to look
Yeah.
back at yesterday. Oh, I guess they took it down. I still got the main hard drive of it though, so I'm gonna look back at 129 yesterday and see what we played.
Or just go to the Facebook page. My Facebook
Oh,
page.
Facebook didn't take it down.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, good point.
Good thought. Yeah, my backup.
Make a
backup channel today. So technically, we didn't say anything. I don't even know. I'm speculating that is what I'm speculating. I don't even know. We'd have to go, and then when we go to it and find it, I'll screenshot. I'll screen record it, and then we can go. And then we are on Twitch. The Twitch is the Takeover Legends. The Twitch channel is the Takeover Legends. If you want to go on that, if we want to move everybody. I don't know how many people would like to watch the show via Twitch. If you would like to take an opportunity to get the app, it's just like getting the YouTube app. It's just like getting a Facebook app, an Instagram app, and it's free. If you would like to go over there and we can start moving gradually over there, where it won't limit. And then the final straw is to get on Patreon and then just do the Patreon thing so we can play the music that we want to play, and we don't have to worry about 10-second clips and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we can make that move. So who knows, man? All I know is Terrence Crawford is fighting Canelo Alvarez tomorrow. That's all I know. Back into the Matrix.
Oh, Facebook took you down too yesterday.
Did it take it down also?
It says sensitive content.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you said, dude. I just want to play it.
It's like when a person says, "I don't know what I did," and gets arrested. What did I do?
What did I do? What did
I do?
Twitch don't give a damn over there. Mr. Fraser, you can say you'll do what you want over there. I go on Twitch, but y'all don't be over there. That's true. We don't be on. And then people want to see the people in the comments so they can read each other thing. Because Facebook doesn't see YouTube. YouTube doesn't see Facebook. Morning. Oh, Jeanette. See, she got a little Twitch account she created. Jeanette. There.
Yeah. If you want to listen, if you want to watch via Twitch, then we'll make that move.
Purple logo is Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah, the purple logo is Twitch, and once you get on there, I'll get the report after the show. Because right now it's only like 1 or 2 people ever check in on Twitch. But when we move over there, this over there, trust me, 30 people on Twitch will bring more traffic. It might have been about 9/11. We didn't even talk about 9/11 until the end of the show.
Yeah,
Like,
and that wasn't 128.
Move the show to Truth Social.
Ah, that was a good one.
I have no.
That's Trump's joint. It's Trump's social media.
Yeah, let's move it over there.
Hey,
I just re-downloaded it. I'm a sub now. I just Oh, is that what it is? What a sub means is to re-download the show. Is that what it means? Because I'm still trying to find out that lingo. Anyway, because I'm still trying to figure out the subs and all.
Oh, it was the Amber Rose and Kanye. It looks like. At 129, you had the Kanye, the Kanye and Amber Rose post.
Oh, so maybe they were right.
What is nothing about?
We just read what.
How they made their fame. We talked about that, but it was consensual. They on video.
It's the Takeover Legends. The Takeover Legends. So it's the damn Amber Rose. All we did, that was my bad then. Who knew? Who knew that was such a sensitive topic? Now I'm downloading Twitch again, so I can sub to y'all. Thank you.
We appreciate that. Move the fan base, Rashida said.
And then we gotta. Then if I add all those, you know,
what is Twitch?
StreamYard wants more money. What is Twitch? I ain't mad at you, Asha. I ain't know what Twitch was for a long time. It's just the same thing. It's the same thing as YouTube. It's the same thing as YouTube.
Yeah, a lot more gamers on there and stuff, but yeah, they definitely got a more liberated community.
Yes, it's free.
And actually, Mike, all the fights and stuff, I shouldn't say this, but I'll say I heard that some people watch a lot of these pay-per-view events and other things via Twitch. Because when people are like, oh, you can't watch this, you can't watch that, the kids go straight to Twitch. Because I could just buy something and air it on Twitch and people just watch it with me. I wouldn't do that, of course, but I'm saying.
Yeah, I've seen that on one guy went crazy on TikTok. He showed a whole fight and
they'll be like, hit the cash out too. Somebody they come up.
Yeah, and he was like, I know where this is going. I know where this is gonna end. I already know, but enjoy. What fight was it that I was watching? I was like, but he wouldn't shut up. I ain't mad at him, but I was mad at him. I was like, why won't this guy just let us watch the fight? Just let us watch the fight.
Ash want a couple minutes of Doc to spread some type of knowledge on this Friday. So
if you're ready, do you have wait before we do it? Do you have the screens that Doc is?
I'm about to say I don't know if you can hear the videos. Let me give.
Send them in a private chat or put them in a
right
private
now.
chat.
I'm sending.
All I need to know is what time.
Because after this, I'm taking a nap. I'm driven 4 hours. I'm taking a nap.
Yeah, I created a Twitch. Yep, sure did.
Soulful House Music College.
I watched NFL on Twitch. I had to watch it on Prime yesterday. They getting money, Mike. They charge.
I tried to tell y'all better get ready for the Super Bowl to get charged. The Super Bowl ain't gonna be on. Y'all got another 5 years of the Super Bowl being on a regular channel, a regular network channel.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be a lot of money, man. If that was,
y'all got another 5 years at best. Y'all got another 5 years to watch the Super Bowl for free.
But yeah, you could. You play the top one first. But you can play me first. I can share my screen if you want, real quick, like 5 minutes.
All right, y'all tell me when y'all ready. Y'all ready? Hold up. Here we go. Y'all go ahead.
The red, the black, and the green.
Put your hands in the air. Make some noise.
Time to get your knowledge up and get ready to write down some facts with Dr. Aaron Smith.
Heed the words of the brother, Sissy.
All right, let me see if you can see. I got the screen shared, in the chat in the green room. So you can bring that up. But just briefly. Whoa, why look like that?
Yeah, that's the one you got up.
How about now?
You know what it's time for. Get your stuff together, music. All right, here we go. Play some.
No, is that better? Y'all can see my screen? Y'all see my screen?
We see the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah, so you good, right? I can start, right?
Oh, wait. No.
It says eugenics.
Dr. Evil.
No, I see too much.
All right, I got you. Hold on.
No, I got mine. The one you sent me, I got right there. Damn.
All right, well, play that first. Play the video first.
At what time? Just right there?
Yeah, just a couple of seconds.
All right.
Talk about eugenics and population control.
Of pounds of UK aid money has been spent forcibly sterilizing Indian women. Many have died being mistreated, causing outrage from those who suspect Britain simply wants to curb the country's population for ulterior motives. RT's Priya Shreedhar has the details of this controversial program.
Devanti Devi, a 25-year-old mother of 3, is living in one of India's poorest states. Just a few months ago, she went for an operation to be sterilized. Unable to afford or access other forms of birth control, Devi thought the operation would help her family, but it went terribly wrong.
Stop it right there. Stop it right there. We don't want no strikes, no bans, nothing graphic. I just want to give you a basic idea. You try to see if you can see my screen again, if it's clean. It's just I only got one thing up on my screen. Is that cool? One thing up?
No. I don't even have your screen there at all now.
Share my screen.
Yep. You know what?
The music.
Get your shit together.
We gotta figure out why we can't hear it on audio. That's what it is.
I think I got it. Let me see now. Let's see now. Let's see. We did it.
All right, that's good enough. Here we go.
No, just basics. I'm gonna tell you to play the other video in a minute. But basically, these are the type of people I always say to look at their faces, right? Look at their faces. These are the type of people that promoted eugenics, right? You hear about UNESCO and wildlife, you know, those same people also Eugenics Society president and strong support of eugenics. So a lot of people, these people who are involved with animals and conservation were also involved in conserving the population and maintaining whiteness, right? It says Edwin Black is the author of IBM and the Holocaust and War Against the Weak, Eugenics and America's Campaign to Create a Master Race, right? So this is one of the parts from the article. Eugenics was a racist pseudoscience determined to wipe away all human beings deemed unfit, preserving only those who conform to a Nordic stereotype. Elements of philosophy were enshrined as a national policy by forced sterilization and segregation laws, as well as marriage restrictions enacted in 27 states. They had marriage restrictions in 27 states, not just racial. This is in 1924, the new Virginia law to preserve racial integrity. Mind you, 1865 is when we got the Emancipation Proclamation. You talk about Juneteenth and all that. So people are free. People are building their own towns. But even years later, 50 years later, you still got people saying we got laws to preserve racial purity. So this eugenics thing was a big deal. 1909, California, shout out to Newsom, became the third state to adopt such laws. Ultimately, eugenics practitioners coercively sterilized some. Look at that number, y'all. This is America, 19-something. 60,000 Americans. And barred the marriage of thousands, forcibly segregated thousands into colonies. They've been doing all this camps and stuff. They just don't want you to know the true history of the country. And they persecuted untold numbers of and found ways that just before, it says before World War II, nearly half of coercive sterilizations were done in California. So California was killing the game more than all the other states put together. Even after the war, the state accounted for a third of all such surgeries. People would go in for regular surgeries, not even knowing what they were going for. Regular checkups, come out sterilized. It happened to the immigrants from Ethiopia when they went to Israel. It happened to Black people when James Marion Sims, who was the father of gynecology, used to lease out these African women. Not only did he cut into them with no anesthesia, he'd also forcibly sterilize them. So this is a big thing with eugenics, and they had eugenic societies all on college campuses. This guy looked like OJ a little bit. Negroid sane criminals. This same stuff Charlie Kirk is talking about now. And when Trump just recently said they're born criminals, there's a long history to this. Negroid sane criminals and Negroid civil insane. So you can be criminal, you can be civil insane, dude looks just like OJ. That is crazy. Hairline and everything. But basically, we're talking about your nose shape and your head shape. That's how you can tell if a Black person's a criminal. Some people are born to be a burden on the rest. Play that second video, Jay. While they killing us and getting rid of us, I want you to see what other people are doing around the world.
In a shocking new policy, the Oreo region has become the first to pay pregnant teens with no minimum age limit. Officials call it support, but critics call it reckless. With birth rates collapsing and hundreds of thousands of men lost to war, Russia is scrambling for solutions. From government-funded wedding nights to proposed baby-making breaks at work, the Kremlin is pulling out all the stops. But this is a strategy for survival, or is it a dangerous social experiment? Here's more in our next report.
You can stop that one and play the next one. So that's what they're doing in Russia. While they're putting abortion clinics all over the Black community, while Bill Gates is trying to make a Depakote type of pregnancy prevention, that's the same one from before. You got to play the third one. So while Bill Gates is trying to make it so Black women are sterilized for 8 years and can't have babies for 8 years, Putin is paying his people. And let's play this one and see what they're doing locally.
Have a baby and get $5,000 for it. That is just one of the ideas that the Trump administration is reportedly tossing around to get birth rates up. The New York Times is reporting there are ideas on the table like a national medal of motherhood for women with 6 children or more. There's even a $5,000 baby bonus for every new mother. A third idea is to fund.
Stop right there. We got to belabor the point. So while they give us the stuff to disappear, as they say, Bill Gates is literally just got rejected in Kenya, trying to give them something they could take and not have babies for 8 years. You might change your mind and meet somebody new in 8 years. No, Melinda Gates is on CBS walking through the village saying that the biggest problem that the African people have is overpopulation. We got to control the population. Mike always references that famous clip of Bill Gates talking about we could get the vaccines and healthcare right. We could reduce the population. So you got them reducing the population, but then you look in what you see with their population, they're paying people and changing laws and giving out medals. You had people in the UK. What does the UK have to do with India? The UK was spending millions and millions of dollars to make sure that they were sterilizing people in India. So everybody's in on it. Everybody gets it. That's why the ISIS papers, Frances Cress Welsing says, most of this racism, if not all of it, is foundationally built upon a fear of genetic annihilation. Frances Cress Welsing, ISIS papers, her theory is fear of genetic annihilation. When you hear that crib analogy that's used before Baby Boy, that's Frances Cress Welsing. When you see Martin Lawrence in Boomerang saying everything's racial, talking about how the white ball knocks the black ball in, that's Frances Cress Welsing. She says this affects everything, sports and life and all this that you see, the great equalizer. They never have white guns, right? The guns are usually black or silver because it's a phallic symbol. And now it's the equalizer. How could it be the equalizer if you were already superior, right? So all this deals with what they fear most, the black man's ability to reproduce. That's why they fear the man the most, because the black man can force intercourse and force procreation. And we have dominant genes that once we mix, it can erase them from the planet. So next time you see somebody grabbing their purse or pulling their girlfriend clothes or fetish, making you a fetish on some Pornhub search, and the biggest search every year is something to deal with black men, right? The whole world, like I said earlier, obsessed and fixated on our ability to erase them simply by existing, falling in love, and having people on us. And it's a big deal. They have a fear of genetic annihilation. That's why they're paying their people to have babies while they're doing everything in their power. Lying, school, science, just sterilizing us without our knowledge to disappear. Once you get that, everything else makes sense. That's why they're scared. That's why they hang you. That's why after they hung you and shot you and burned you, they still cut off your genitalia and fought for it and saved it as a souvenir. Some of the biggest fights after the lynchings and after the burnings were fighting for that black man. And you figure, what's the point of keeping that pause, right? Why would you? Because there's this obsession with the power of the black man's ability to reproduce, because he knows that we have something in us that can wipe out everything that he's ever known and loved.
Oh, damn. All right.
And there you have it. Dr. Aaron Smith. We got to give you a title for this, Dr. Aaron Smith, because we got to give you a title, and there you have it.
Asha had something. Remember, she was like Fearless Friday, some facts. She said something catchy.
Yeah.
Oh, she did.
But you notice this too, Mike. Me and you, we all know from hip hop. You know, cool white boys. You know, white boys that date black girls.
Of course.
You notice that those MAGA guys are never that cut, that cloth. You notice that, right? The ones who ain't really stressing the competition, the ones who don't get nervous when black guys walk in the room and put their hand in the girl's back pocket when they walk by a black guy. It's never that. It's always the Ben Shapiro's and the Charlie Kirks. It's always them. It's always that real insecure, undercompensating. I don't want to say too much. It's always that you look like you ain't really built like that to even satisfy a woman type energy. So I know you fear black guys. You fear most white guys. But it's always them that got the most to say about gang violence in Chicago, and we got to stop that. And they're having too many babies, right? It's never the dude that's just like, I'm secure with my manhood. I do what I do. My woman's satisfied. It's never those white dudes that ever come out and join these movements with the tiki torches. It was not a lot of deep voices when they were like, Jews will not replace us. Remember that? They were marching in Charlotte. It's always the wimps. It's always the dudes that look like they couldn't fight one-on-one. So when we talk about this little person energy, look next time when you see the insecurity in racism. Look at the fear and look at the fact that they look like they scared somebody's going to take their woman and erase them from the planet. And then you can be like, oh, that's why they're so passionate. Oh, that's why they want to kill everybody. That's why it doesn't matter if we just go to school minding our business. They want to send in bomb threats to kill, because the biggest danger to them is us being stable. That's why they want to uproot us and gentrify. They got to keep moving you around and keep separating your family, because if you just settle down and make love, it's all over for them.
Yeah.
And it's not our fault. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter how we act. We can be nice. We've been nice. We've been serving them for the majority of the time we've been here, raising their children. And people always wonder, why do they keep treating us like this? Why do they act like this? Why would they put their knee on his neck? Why wouldn't they once you put into that context, it makes perfect sense. If you ever seen the Trump brothers when they go hunting or any game, they always kneel on top of the prey, right? When they kill the animal, they kneel on it, they pose with it. Now, when you look at Derek Chauvin and George Floyd, you think about it, you say, wow, that's just like when they kill a lion. They pose over something they normally couldn't beat. That's why they cheat with some technology, and then they run up on it like they would really run up on it in real life. They run up on it, they grab their head and pick it up, and they kneel down with their rifles, and just like he was kneeling on George Floyd. Look at it. I conquered it. I conquered something greater than me. Normally, he would beat my ass, but today, the great equalizer and this badge, and that's how they be when they be kneeling on us and putting us in cuffs and chains. They know they can't beat us one-on-one. We say it every day in the street. But they can stop you in the prime of your life from procreating when they lock you up for 15 years. That's the real goal. You're 20 years old. You're about to make 6 kids. Get them in the system. Get them some felonies. Get them no education, no housing.
Slow this down.
Keep no conjugal visits. Remember, it used to be your girl used to be able to come there and come see you. They cut that down. No, don't be still making babies. That's the whole point of locking you up, to get your labor and to stop you from making more of yourself. So yeah, notice that when you're older, they don't care about locking you up as much when you ain't really doing nothing.
Well, the sports analogy was they saw it in sports. Well, they saw it before sports, but then they made it seem like, well, that's all they can do. But let's erase all this history of what they did that had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, they should say all we do is farm. If anything, that's what we was doing for the first. All we can do is be carpenters and mammies and farmers. Like that's the main thing we're doing and inventing stuff.
And
it wasn't playing basketball.
Yeah.
We didn't start playing basketball till what? Like the third of the time we already been here for 100 to 50 years before we started playing the sports like that. It was horse racing and stuff, but harvest festivals.
All right,
I know we're getting out. Rashida said the Charlie Kirk, the Charlie whatever shooting, his parents turned them in, so they better give them $100K too.
Of course,
they better give them $100K. They deserve a reward, right?
The family turned them in.
They saying the parents turned them in.
Yeah, he's gonna get caught anyway. He was gonna get caught anyway. You might as well get the money for the family.
They should get the money.
It's a beautiful. It's a beautiful narrative.
I couldn't turn in my kids.
Look what the but see,
lawyer.
But see, we're not going to get into the debate whether you would turn your kid in because that's what they want. No, this is the narrative they want to play. Look at these wonderful people who did the right thing by turning in this person who killed this great man, who's going to get the Medal of Freedom from the President of the United States, who's going to have a statue built of him. But we'll ignore all the rhetoric that he spread. And we'll ignore all that. So I'm not going to get into the argument. Would you turn your kids in? Nah, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, the question is, are they going to put the medal around his neck?
And bury him with it. And then for those who couldn't find the backup page on Twitch, it is the Takeover Legend.
So as you can see, there's only 5 followers on there. Shout to Shelly who went on there and subbed. So that'll be the backup page on Twitch that we can have just in case, I guess we just won't do any more Amber Rose stories.
I think you wanted something though, Mike, because I think that we have to care. That's why they're always trying to rage bait and get us involved and use our energy. Because I'm right. If they bury Charlie Kirk, and it's like when they buried the Queen, they thought that we were going to care about the Queen, and they were so surprised that we generally didn't care. They were breaking wands, Harry Potter, and all this different stuff, all the theatrics. And they were like, we're like, no. So you're right, Mike. I think us being totally unbothered, 92% black women after the election type energy, this is on y'all. Y'all want to throw 20 medals on them. Make them look like Mr. T for all we care. Put all the medals you want in the casket, whatever. Make it a hologram casket with AI on it that makes him come back to life.
Free the shooter already. She said, free that man.
No.
We don't know his name. Don't matter.
But you know what?
It's just the shooter.
The problem is we don't know who the shooter is. I don't care what they show you on CNN.
Yeah, we'll never know. We might never know.
We'll never know. We'll never know.
Might have to do with the green.
Yeah. Well, we will never know. He was a sacrifice. Probably. Like I said, he was speaking too much Free Palestine all of a sudden. He was speaking too much of a bunch of things that weren't on his bucket list, their bucket list for him. And now they will praise him as one of the greatest, as one of Donald Trump.
They might take him out. They might take him out in jail and say he committed suicide. He felt so bad.
And which means he probably never went to jail. So, but
another suicide coming up, right? Another prison suicide coming up.
It's on deck. Giselle Maxwell. They have an interview that not the BBC. I'm lying. That in Australia, 60 Minutes, and I mentioned this, Australia. Just Google this. 60 Minutes in Australia did, and watch what she says about this, and then try and compare it to what she's now saying in an American prison with negotiations of hey, you know, we could, if you just, you know, give us the Trump good guy. If you give us the Trump good guy, you know, he was never there. And then it would be hilarious. And she said, yeah, I'm down to do that. But here your guy, Mike Johnson, called him a FBI informant. Do you know what informant means? Do you even know the definition of what an informant is? But
I think he said I misspoke. I think he said I misspoke.
No, he said this is not my lane. This is not my lane.
Yeah, that's not my lane.
Yeah,
That's
I like
what he
that.
said.
I like
He
that.
said,
I like
he
that.
said
I
this
like
is
that.
not my lane. And then he said, this is public knowledge. I was just repeating what was already public knowledge. And stop at a Burger King on the way
That's
to
what she
the jail
hoping.
for him.
Yeah, they got him. So just take him to Burger King on your way. Take him. Let's stop. Get him a supersize.
I'm shocked they took him alive. Because that would have been the best
told
narrative.
them then you going to coordinate that, and all right, he's going to meet y'all, meet us here, and like it was
Meet him at Burger
coordinated.
King where y'all took Dylan Roof. Take y'all there.
Yeah,
that's
but it
what
took him
LP they
after,
saying.
after.
Well, yeah.
They
So
said
that's gonna
Charlie
flood us
looked
all
like
weekend.
Beavis and Butthead from MTV. They got a split screen saying he looked like the boy Beavis and Butthead. He do look a lot like him though.
Oh, they got
Maybe we'll get back to the Epstein file now that they got him.
Hey, yeah, about to say 8,000 people every day. People die every day.
Like I said, the Republicans voted it down to release it again while this was all going on.
The victims said they're gonna make their own list. They better start taking them victims out. They know what's good for them. They better start. They better start taking them victims out.
I pray. I just pray that the walls are closing in. I pray that enough people come to their senses. I don't even care if you're racist. Just come to your senses that that's not your team. Just not your team.
Yeah, no matter what team you're on.
And reading from a Bible to actually memorialize this man, which is what one woman did on TikTok, is absolutely like blasphemous. It's blasphemy. Like what? But once again, they want an uneducated country. They want an uneducated country to go for every low-hanging fruit they can because they have nothing to rely on. I have told you this for years, and I've made this statement. A genius is somebody who's mastered common sense, and a great liar is somebody who makes you doubt your common sense. Because without your common sense, you have nothing to rely on except what they're feeding you. You have no skill set of trying to actually rationally think, how does this make sense? It is 2025. It took this long for people to know we never landed on the moon.
Yeah. Or that Donald Trump's a liar. People like, I didn't vote for this. I can't believe this. It's like, bro, my man's 80. He's been doing this for literally 60 plus years. He's been 20 some, don't say it, they don't want to flag us. 26 plus sexual assault allegations, 35 plus convictions, like the biggest housing discrimination case in history. Him and his dad, like, yo, he been doing this since the 80s, bro. That's Central Park 5.
Avoid talking about this at work, people, this weekend. Don't lose your jobs. Don't lose your jobs because you shared your opinion.
Is buried on a golf course by a hole, one of his holes in the golf course.
Yes. And they let the shrubs grow over it.
And it wasn't
that's cold, man.
And it wasn't because she liked golf.
Well, he said when the other chick got pregnant,
taxes.
He said, "What if I push her down the stairs?" Marla Maples, when she got pregnant, Trump said, "What if I push her down the stairs?" And later, his wife dies from abdomen bruising from falling down the stairs. So if you ask me, he got a lot to answer for. But speaking of, let me send one thing to close out for the suicides though, because this is what I talked about last time. Go ahead, Jay. The one I just sent, you can start that at 33 because I talk about this all the time and I never played it. So this is when I talk about the Capitol Hill had in 1975 the church committee hearings, and if you play it right there where they talking at 33, you'll put some things in perspective before the suicides come. This is the footage, the famous footage that they call the heart attack gun.
I don't think that the suicide is usually accomplished with a dart. Particularly a gun that can place the dart in a human target in such a way that he doesn't even know that he's been hit.
There's no question about it. It was also for offensive reasons. No question.
Have you brought with you some of those devices which would have enabled the CIA to use this poison for We have indeed, for killing people.
1975, they were able to do this.
Don't point it at me. I wonder if you hold that over.
That's the
So the black guy up there?
Does this pistol fire the dart?
Yes, it does, Mr. Chairman. The round thing at the top is obviously the sight. The rest of it is what is practically a normal 45, although it's special. However, it works by electricity. There's a battery in the handle, and it
works with
fires
electricity.
a small dart.
So that when it fires silently?
Almost silently, yes. Very little.
What range does it have?
100 meters. 100 meters, I believe, about 100 yards, 100 meters.
About
You see the
100
100 meter
meters.
dash. It's like down the block. They could be at the
And the
corner.
dart
you go to the corner.
itself, when it strikes the target, does the target know that he's been hit and about to die?
That depends, Mr. Chairman, on the particular dart used. There are different kinds of these flechettes that were used in various weapon systems, and a special one was developed which potentially would be able to enter the target without perception.
Wouldn't even feel it going in your body.
And did you find such darts in the library, in the laboratory?
We did.
You can stop it right there. You can stop it right there.
And that was what,
100 yards
75?
away. So they could be down the block, hit you with it, silent, electric, and you won't even feel it enough, depending on which one they use. You won't even know it's in your body. So when I hear, Khalid Muhammad had a heart attack or this person, I'll be like, maybe. And they say when they do the autopsy, they never look for an entry point for a dart. They look at his heart. They say he got his heart blew out. They open the body up, right? They say, oh, we see what happened, a heart attack. They don't look for, did he have a dart mark on his neck? They get away with it every time.
I want to read K-Day's, and before I read it, I just want to tell y'all, Terrence Crawford is fighting tomorrow night. I'm very excited. That's my escape from the world. Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. Make sure y'all check the fight out. Also, make sure y'all understand Tuesday. Well, please, this is the one time, please, Eagles, please beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Please, I need them. I need them done.
This is the real rivalry game for a lot of people.
Please.
The Cowboys is more personal. This is a sport.
I can't take another Travis Kelce. I can't take another Taylor. I can't take it.
Yeah, I feel like that ruined the whole Super Bowl. All that where's Taylor sitting tight.
I can't take it anymore. So
cut Taylor Swift 10 times during the game. That ruins the game. Nobody wants to see her on that.
We'll be back on Tuesday. We rock out Tuesday. Everybody have a safe weekend. Everybody be safe. Everybody pray for each other. Pray for our safety. Pray for protection. Thank y'all for rocking out. Tuesday we'll be back. But I want to read this. Lady Q woke up inspired. Lady Q woke up inspired. Get the merch, get the hoodies, get the t-shirts, get the mugs. You want something customized, hit her up, DM, see what you want. They can make it happen. From Dr. Aaron Smith, from Jay Black, from Kamari, Mani, Sexy Mo, C Chung. Let me just read this. Yes, we definitely need to switch to Twitch because it's time to get real. The fact that I have somebody in our community, and I know a lot of y'all feel the same way, the fact that y'all saying it's time to get real, we have to switch to Twitch because it's time to get real.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.